your portfolio, show you how your coins have performed, and take the time to educate you on the ugly industry practices so that you can make an informed decision. Smart people can make very bad investments when they're under pressure and lack the facts. Call 800-221-7694. That's 800-221-7694. AmericanFederal.com.
Bangladesh is a country in mourning, mourning the loss of 31 people killed in a jet crash as student protesters demand accountability.
Students protest outside the Dhaka crash site at the Milestone School and College, demanding accurate publication of identities of the dead and injured, compensation for the families, and an immediate halt to the use of outdated and unsafe training aircraft by the Bangladesh Air Force. They also chant slogans and accuse security officials of beating them and manhandling teachers on Monday. Outside a city hospital, Saeeda Rahman, a special assistant to the country's interim leader, Muhammad Yunus, says 78 people, mostly students, remain hospitalized. Of the patients in the ICU section, he says some are on ventilators. 20 dead were reported initially, and 7 died of their injuries overnight, authorities say. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
News and analysis, townhall.com. Just as the summer heat intensifies, there's word of a swimming pool recall.
9 drowning deaths have been reported in Bestway, Intex Recreation, and Polygroup pools. The Consumer Product Safety Commission and Health Canada say these pools have compression straps running along the outside, which may create a foothold for small children and allow them to get in the water unattended. All deaths reported have been in the U.S. between 2007 and 2022, involving children between 22 months and 3 years old. People who have these pools are asked to call the company for a free repair kit. Ed Donahue, Washington.
Coca-Cola reporting better than expected earnings in the second quarter. Higher prices overcame weaker sales volumes. Case volumes fell 1% globally and in North America. But Coke says pricing was up 6% April through June. Atlanta-based Coke reporting revenue up 1%, $12.5 billion. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The tabloid said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Ah, yes, welcome to it.
It is got rain chances today.
A little bit of a rain chance, yes.
Like a pretty decent one tonight.
Actually,
allegedly.
Yesterday it wasn't like thermometerally cooler, but it just felt cooler. Like I wasn't dying out,
it wasn't a burning
outside. Yeah.
That's later this week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's coming.
I think today might be a little like that, today, because it's 94.
Yeah.
Which is not...
No, it's not.
Not ungodly.
Not undoable.
Yeah.
It is also, we are in the midst of partial fair season. The Chavez County Fair is underway.
Yeah.
It's the only week of mornings that I have like other traffic on Atkinson at like 5:45 in the morning when I'm trying to drop my kids off.
Yeah.
It was very busy this morning.
Yeah.
Like
Out and about.
surprisingly busy.
Out getting ready for the shows today. Of course, don't forget, tell your out-of-town friends and family we are showing all of the livestock shows for the Chavez County and beginning today, actually, the Eddy County Fair. Their fair shows begin today.
Yes, we actually got a plethora of events. Beginning at 8 this morning, we're going to be doing the swine show. That goes from 8 to 9. Then from 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. this morning, we'll have the Eddy County Fair Parade. That's going to run from 10 to 11. I didn't even know they did a parade.
Yes.
Oh, the Eddy County Fair Parade, right. 1:30, we've got the Chavez County Fair Meat Goat Show. That's going to be happening there at the show arena here in Roswell. And then at 3 p.m., that's the Dairy Heifer Show at the Eddy County Fair from 3 to 4. And then from 6 to 7 is the Breeding Market Goat Show at the Eddy County Fair. And again, all of those events at ksvptv.com.
Yes, all the there's two channels, one for the Chavez County Fair and then one for the Eddy County Fair. So click the one that is the one that you're looking for.
The one that is the one. Huge thank you to our amazing video crew for keeping all these plates spinning at the same time.
It's a busy week for those folks.
It is indeed.
And then after that, we can work on our Chia Pet contest. We can get that going.
Yes, we haven't forgotten.
No,
we have not.
We just want to let those guys do the fair.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure something out for that. But it's happening.
Absolutely.
It's on like Donkey Kong.
I looked over at your Chia Bob, and I'm noticing is Big Flat Mike falling?
Looks like he's getting pushed.
Oh, is he getting pushed?
I think it's a bevy of weight.
He's fighting for position?
Yeah.
Well, as a heavyweight, you'd think he'd have an advantage.
He would, but I think,
the flatness of it all.
Like all heavyweights, there is a weak spot.
There is a weakness. Some, it's their knees. For Big Flat Mike, it's the flatness, turns out.
There is a spot in the armor that you can attack.
The bigger they are, the farther they waft if you drop them from a building.
But happy Tuesday.
Yes. I can officially say I am done with Better Call Saul.
Oh, you completed it.
Completed the final episode last night. I will say, now for the
now you get my Carol Burnett thing. Carol Burnett is the downfall of Better Call Saul.
Well, I do, but at the same time, that's maybe okay for those who haven't seen.
I told you that was the twist.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen, there's a scene in the penultimate episode where her character starts digging through and finding all the stuff about Saul, and honestly, it's Saul that was his biggest downfall.
Oh, absolutely.
Let me explain. Because Saul, in their phone call, was talking about how it's simple to go down to the station and bail your son out. It's not like in Albuquerque. And that's what set her mind off to why would you know about Albuquerque? And then she typed in Albuquerque con man, and that's what led her to find Saul.
Gotcha.
So that was the ultimate downfall. The most disheartening moment for me in the finale was when he's in the trash can and you just hear that all those diamonds just falling. Oh no!
Yeah.
Not the diamonds.
He lost it all.
But it was a good episode. I will say it was a little bit of a, I don't want to say letdown, but like I feel like he got out pretty easy.
Well,
all things, 86 years I think is what they said.
Well, I think he would have got out easier, but at the end of the day, he did the thing for his true love.
Right.
Which has surprised me.
And that's the thing is he's now the 80 whatever years he's going to spend. He's spending it with people who consider him a hero.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, he's going to be like the Godfather.
Because for those who haven't seen, while he's riding the bus to the jail, Saul, everybody starts chanting, "Better call Saul."
Yeah.
Better. So he's going to be a hero where he's in his jail.
He's going to be a Godfather in jail.
And
for the rest of his life.
He's
in jail.
I don't know if it's conjugal visits, but obviously he was able to, have a smoke break with with Kim.
She played her lawyer card.
Yeah. Yeah, the which doesn't actually her bar card never expired.
Yeah, she played her lawyer.
So he got to have some time with the girl, and he's a hero in the jail. It just the end of Breaking Bad was a lot more satisfying.
Yeah,
I feel like because Walt finally got it. Walt finally got what was coming, and that's really, I mean,
well, and
Yeah, he was the anti-hero, but at some point, there's always a point in Breaking Bad when you watch it when everybody breaks at some point, and they're like, I hate this guy.
Yeah.
And you start to just absolutely despise Walt, and you want to see him get it. Now, in fairness, Saul does come off a lot more lovable, and you maybe don't want to see him perish.
He's like I always felt like he's like a guy with a good heart and good intentions, just bad ideas.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you feel like, you know,
he's not as, I'll put it this way,
he's not a saint by any sense.
He's not as shady as you would, as some of the other characters, in that, like, if you watch when, and again, this is a lot of spoilers for those who haven't seen Better Call Saul, but in the scene where Howard gets it, the way that Jimmy and Kim both react shows their human side.
Yeah.
That they're not monsters.
I think Saul's biggest problem is his goals are different than other people. Like, he values things differently than other people value things. Like money is his ultimate. He will literally, you know, sell out his grandma for money.
Which they did a great job of portraying that in the finale when they did the cut scenes of the time machine question.
Yeah.
When he was talking to Mike, and he said, if you could invent a time machine, where would you go?
Yeah.
Mike wanted to go back to 1984 when he accepted his first bride.
Right.
And Jimmy wanted to go back to when Berkshire Hathaway was established so he can invest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's he's different in that way. And that's where he doesn't but to be honest, they were kind of setting you up in the show to think that he's going to not only save himself, but throw his ex-wife under the bus too. And that was just, and they were taking you down that direction. You're like, oh, look at this man. He's gonna throw her under the bus some more, and just so he can get 7 years and all this other stuff. And ultimately he changed his mind, or that was never the plan to begin with. He was baiting him in. I don't know. Or like you said, maybe it was that moment in the bus where they started chanting Saul. No, because that was after. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what flipped him there, or if that was the plan all the time.
I think it was a lot of things that flipped him. Like when he went in for his sweetener for the plea deal. That's when he found out that Kim actually made the confession and also went and saw Howard's widow.
Yeah.
And I think in those moments he kind of saw because at the beginning in the phone call, he called her out. He said, "Why don't you turn yourself in? Why don't you confess?" And she did.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe like weighed on him. He's like, "Wow, she did it." So, never want to be uncome up against, or come up against.
I'm not gonna lie, if they did a Saul Prison Years, I'd watch it.
I would check it out. They'd have to do something. They'd have to do something to make it interesting, because right now he's the hero of the prison that he's in. It's funny though, because of all of the characters that like have popped up throughout the series of Better Call Saul, you're like, oh yeah, I forgot how 100% unlikable Marie is.
Yeah.
Like even in her return role, I'm like, oh, hey, it's Marie. Like, I didn't care. And she's just, I can't stand her as a character. Skylar was bad. Like, Skylar became hateable.
Yeah.
Marie was hateable from the get-go, with the purple and the petty theft. Just, she was hateable from the get-go. And this appearance did not do her any favors.
Yeah.
At least in my book. She's one of my least favorite characters.
But then again, maybe that makes them the best actor. They were able to hit the thing that they wanted you to hit.
Right. I will say, and I didn't think about it until after the fact, but I forgot about Steve Gomez.
Yeah.
I forgot about Gomi. And what's funny about Steve Gomez and the guy who played Steve Gomez, he's from here. Not Roswell, he's from Albuquerque. And like they found him in a local casting search, and that's how he got the role of Steve Gomez.
Okay. I think actually there's quite a bit of those actors that have Albuquerque roots.
Oh yeah. Or have moved here since then. Like Bryan Cranston has a home, I believe, in Albuquerque. If not in Albuquerque, it's in Santa Fe.
I feel like the guy that plays Nacho is from Albuquerque or New Mexico.
I think Nacho is, and I think the guy that played crud. What's his name? Tight. The drug dealer from like.
Oh yeah.
Not Tuco, but
yeah, I know
one of the Salamancas.
Yeah, I know.
The guy from like the first and second season of Better Call Saul, the dude who was like one of the main enemies in Breaking Bad. I can't think of his name offhand, but that guy I'm pretty sure is from Albuquerque.
The old guy.
Not the old guy. No.
Okay. When you're doing I was thinking.
No, tight. The guy who was like on the crystal meth, and he's.
Oh yeah. Okay. I don't remember. Yeah. There's so many characters.
There's so many characters in that show.
You kind of like, oh wait a minute, you gotta, like.
Oh, Tuco. I guess it was Tuco.
Was it Tuco?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Tuco, you really don't see him after the first season. They talk about him, but you really don't see him.
But if you go back to Breaking Bad, he was one of the main.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
but in Saul,
antagonists.
Yeah, he's in the first season, like from the jump, and then they mention him a half dozen times, but you never see him after that.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Right.
Because he's a loose cannon. Like he gets sent to jail because they're trying, for the Mike Trout stuff.
Yeah.
And then of course that they're trying to get him to go easy on him and da. But you never really hear about him after that. I guess he got out and they just sent him to Mexico to be quiet for a while. They really didn't say what happened to him.
Well,
everyone they kept just talking like, well, you don't want to get Tuco involved. Do you?
You're talking about Better Call Saul?
Yeah.
I mean, I think he was in jail during the majority of.
I thought they got him out at some point.
Well, I'm not sure if they got him out, but he is, like I said, in Breaking Bad. So if you look at the timeline, he didn't send him to Mexico or he didn't die or anything. He was just, I think, either in jail or somehow indisposed because the character came back with a bang. And
I didn't mean he died. I was just thinking I didn't know what, because after the first season, you don't hear from him again other than people talking of him.
Right.
And it's always in a threatening manner, we don't want Tuco in charge, whatever. Like he was just listed as the loose cannon, you know. And but anyway, it's a good show.
It is. I fully recommend it. I did start to watch El Camino, but then I'm like, this is just too much.
Have you seen that movie?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. I saw it when it first came out.
Yeah.
But I've forgotten a lot of the details of it.
I like the movie, but I didn't feel satisfied at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, he ultimately, I don't know. I just felt I left wanting. Like I felt like, okay, well, what happens now? I mean,
I do think though, looking at this story from all the angles, I think we've gotten everything out of it that we can. Like the Breaking Bad universe, I don't know of any other characters whose stories weren't wrapped up.
Well, we could have a Jesse in Alaska series.
Sure, could do that.
Well, were you telling me that their next thing might be is the Mike Trout story?
Mike Trout, which they might do like a prequel. I guess that's maybe the best they could do. But even then, I mean, how much of the backstory can you tell while still doing fan service to the Breaking Bad fans? To like, could you work a Salamanca into an early? Because he was from Chicago.
Something like that.
So the majority of Trout's story before he got into
Philly or something.
It was up there,
Philly
that region,
or Pittsburgh or one of those.
Oh yeah, no, because it was like I think it was Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
But he was there, so I guess maybe you could tell the story of like maybe when he took his
Saul
first
was
break.
Chicago.
Yeah, that's okay. You're right. So maybe I don't know. I just besides Trout, I can't think of another character that I would want to know more about.
Gus Fring's early days, like
maybe
how he got into.
But see,
he seems like such a clean cut dude.
Right?
How did you end up in the cartel?
Well, even that they sort of explain in Breaking Bad
a little bit and they do a little bit in Saul too.
Yeah, in that he was basically he wanted to just be do the restaurant that he was doing with his partner, and then he got tied in with the cartel.
Well, I just like his backstory. Like he seems like he grew up in Mexico or something, and I don't know. It doesn't like his background doesn't match him. It didn't seem like.
And the other problem with doing prequels is all these characters are getting old.
Oh, yeah,
like it was looking at the Walt scenes. They did a really good job of making him look like Walt from Breaking Bad, but you could see the age.
Yeah.
It's kind of like watching El Camino and seeing, Meth Damon, but he got big.
Right.
Looked like he was having his meth in sandwiches. So that's where we find ourselves.
There's no way you could hide that much money in a refrigerator, but
Yeah, I mean...
El Camino.
Yeah.
And then it works. All right, let me give you the rundown. We got to get our hour going here.
Oh, cold hard cash. That's where they got the term.
But I was like, there's no way you could put that much money in that fridge and not notice there's something wonky about it.
The fridge is running a little funny. You don't have stacks of cash in there, do you?
Right.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Let me give you the rundown here. We're going to replay an interview we had with Don Weld and Wendy Cook from the Alzheimer's Association here. They joined us yesterday, had a great conversation with them. We'll play it in just a minute. In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to replay an interview we had last week with Debbie and Kristen from the Roswell Independent School District, talking about their big back-to-school event that's happening August 1st at the Recreation and Aquatic Center. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, we're going to have the folks from the Chaves County Detention Center join us. They are recruiting, looking for new members to be corrections and other roles at the Correction Center. So we will chit-chat with them here about 9:15 this morning. Before we do any of that, let's get you up to date on the weather.
Weather this hour is brought to you by Bob Reed Pest Control. General pest control, termite control, trees, shrubs, and yard treatments for both residential and commercial. Find them online at BobReedPestControl.com or call today 575-623-5344. Serving all of southeast New Mexico.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Still a few showers and thunderstorms hanging around today. Most of those will be this afternoon. We will have some sunshine. We have a little bit of that warm and humid air coming in from the monsoon. Mid-90s, scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight, and we're in the upper 60s, and then a slim chance of a shower again on Wednesday afternoon, but pretty much sunny all day. We're looking at low 90s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Good morning, this is Smiley Wooten at the Roswell Livestock Auction. 487 head of cattle sold on Monday on a steady market with excellent buyer attendance. Compared to last week on limited receipts, stocker calves, feeder cattle, packer cows and bulls sold steady. 3 to 400 pound steers, 454 to 510. 3 to 400 pound heifers, 420, 460. 4 to 500 pound steers, 415, 450. 4 to 500 pound heifers, 387 to 420. 5 to 600 pound steers, 370 to 415. 5 to 600 pound heifers, 372, 387. 6 to 700 pound steers, 342, 370. 6 to 700 pound heifers, 297, 372. 7 to 800 pound steers, 330, 342. 7 to 800 pound heifers, 277, 297. Packer cows, 170, 181. Kenner and Cutter cows, 145, 160. Packer bulls, $2, $209. Feeder bulls, $180, $190. Top half the cow-calf pairs, $3,000 to $3,550 per pair. Top half the bred cows, $2,700 to $3,200 per head. We do appreciate the business, and we'll talk to you next Monday morning. This is Smiley Wooten, Roswell Livestock.
Roswell Honda is turning up the heat this summer and giving you the chance to win. Simply have your vehicle serviced at Roswell Honda and you'll be entered to win a 65-inch TV. Best of all, every service appointment gets you another chance to win. Roswell Honda will announce the winner live on Facebook on Saturday, July 26th at 12 p.m. sharp. So have your vehicle serviced by the specialists at Roswell Honda and win big. Call 575-573-6130 and schedule your appointment today with Roswell Honda. 2177 West 2nd.
Did you know almost 75% of the time we're replacing a roof, something totally weird or unexpected or bizarre happens? Jennifer here again from Trustmark Roofing, and I want you to know that we are always prepared for the unexpected. That's why we always have project superintendent on site at your home at all times to handle those weird, bizarre things as they pop up. Things like an unexpected layer of wood shake shingles under your shingles or rotted out decking boards, problems with flashing or ridges, or missing supplies that somebody needs to chase down. These are the kinds of problems that normally grind the crews from other roofing companies to a halt and delay the project. But not with our super awesome superintendent there. He's equipped to handle any problem and keep the project moving along smoothly. Just one more way we do things better at Trustmark Roofing. If you have any roofing needs, call us at 575-755-ROOF or find us online at trustmarkroofpros.com.
Trustmark Roofing, we put People first.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 5,700 current Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success, that's what we're about.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
You can't hunt camels in Arizona, but you can buy them. They go for about $10 a pack. Here's Mike Winters.
This morning from the Alzheimer's Association, the local here in Roswell here. Don Weld's back with us, and Wendy Cook as well. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing today?
Doing Monday.
Good. It's Monday.
Yep, it's Monday. Monday. We went through all of that.
Yes. Yeah. But, for folks that aren't familiar, of course, here locally, the Alzheimer's Association, one of the big things everyone's known for is the Walk to End Alzheimer's event that happens in the fall every year. But when that's not going on, they really are a support system for families that are dealing with Alzheimer's, dementia, these types of issues. Providing them with resources, information, providing healthcare providers with resources and information. Mm-hmm. It really is that kind of, glue as we raise money and try to, raise as much money to hopefully have the first person that is going to get
the white
flower, which is someone that is in remission from Alzheimer's or dementia. We're close. The medicines are so there. That for instance, if someone gets diagnosed with Alzheimer's or dementia today, and it's caught, relatively early, they can have many years of quality life now, thanks to medicines and things like that. I would dare to hopefully say someone being diagnosed today might be the first people that will get the white flower, saying that not only are we treating it, we are reversing the signs of it, and we have a cure for this thing. Yep. That's the end game. That's what we're trying. That's why we want people to walk on in the fall here and come and wear your purple and participate in this, is so we can raise the awareness, raise the this is a thing, but get that money, get these last dollars we can into these scientists and these people's hands, so they can score the touchdown. We're like on the drop football references here. We're in the red zone right now. We can do this if we get enough support and enough stuff here. That's pretty much where we're at right now, right, guys?
Time for a touchdown. Yep.
Yeah, and it's of course I know
take it home.
Yeah, I know. Obviously, Don, we know why you're involved here with your wife, and so that's, and I'm gonna, many of the volunteers that are
most
with the
of the volunteers,
most of them either. Have had someone directly, a spouse of mother or father, or have or had, yes,
yep.
that
Kathy,
are going through this battle, and
taking care of her dad.
And that's the other side of it too, is the volunteers, that they've been where you're at. They know what you're going through right now. So for families that do have a family member that are dealing with these types of things, I hope that you are reaching out to our local Alzheimer's Association and other people as well, to find resources to help you, because that's almost the bigger concern. I mean, yes, the disease and the patient and the victim, but at the end of the day, it's almost a bigger deal for the family than it is for the actual patient sometimes, because they see everything. They know, where the patient is oblivious. Unfortunately, I don't know how you would call any of that, but that's, you know what I mean? And so the real work is sometimes the family members and the loved ones. And so that's why the Alzheimer's Association is so important, to be that support system, because, you guys have all seen it when you see, when people see family members act and react in ways that's way out of their character. It's hard to wrap your head around that sometimes, and that's where you guys can come in to really help families navigate through some of that.
Yeah. Wendy, do you have some numbers that are phone numbers and contacts for people who need help?
I do. Unfortunately, I don't know if you want to go grab the 1-800 number, the 24-hour number. I don't have that one in front of me. But locally, my number is 505-317-0978. And I am here in Roswell and available to help, as well as we have one support group that is starting up soon. And then I actually just got an inquiry last week, at the end of the week, about someone wanting to start a second support group.
Oh, great.
So that's something we haven't had in a number of years here locally, and I'm really excited about getting those going. I think that's incredibly important. My story is that my grandmother had Alzheimer's. And it's something that has always stayed with me because she was an incredibly active woman. They lived on a lake, so she was a water skier.
Okay.
And could do drop the ski and do one ski. And, I remember growing up, her being out there behind the boat, and she golfed. She rode her bike. She went bowling. She did Senior Olympics, won medals for all of those things.
She was active for a majority of her life.
She was incredibly active, and then she was the bookkeeper for my grandfather's business. So she was really smart, mathematically, and not someone you would have thought this was going to happen to. But her and her brother both ended up with Alzheimer's, and the last visit I had with her, she was in Chicago. It's where I'm from, and me living far away as long as I have and not seeing her very often, she didn't know who I was anymore, and didn't know who my kiddo was, and it was just really hard to see someone who was so active and so smart.
Sure.
And just get lost. They say that all the time.
You know him as a rock and anchor, like always that person that always had the answers, always, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and
it is.
They say you lose them before you lose them, and that certainly was the case. So it's something that is near and dear to my heart, and excited to be the walk manager here in Roswell, and I am in Hobbs as well. If anyone has family members over in Hobbs, we've got a walk happening there as well, and looking for sponsors and walkers and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and you guys make it real easy to sign up and get support for your team. Because to be honest, the actual walk, when it had happened here in the fall, that's kind of the celebration. I mean, it's a gamut of emotions because we honor those that are fighting. We mourn those we've lost. We cheer on those that are keep going. So it's a gamut of emotions. But at the end of the day, that's the emotional day.
Yeah.
The real work happens before. This is why we want you to sign up your teams and have a little fun with it. Get a little competitive with it. Get each team to raise as much money as possible. So, these teams come up and they're all, we got $1,000 here. We got $1,000. That'd be amazing. That's the real work. The actual walk to end Alzheimer's is the emotion, is the why we do this.
Yep.
Why these are the stories of why we're doing this stuff. The work to get us over the goal line is happening now.
Right.
That's why it's so important for you to sign up your teams now. I know October, November seems like a million miles away, but
it'll be here.
July you're going to sneeze and July's over. And then it'll be August and kids go back to school. And next thing you know, we're talking about Thanksgiving and everything, and it'll all be here. So now's the time to sign up your teams, organize it. Or if you're like, I don't want to do all that, I know yourself, there's a bunch of teams already. They would love to have you throw $100 their way or whatever you can afford.
Right.
So either you still got time to create your teams if you want to have fun, or if you have some friends and family that have already done so, then you'd like to support them. It's pretty easy to do that. So.
Yeah, and of course you can contact Wendy to get those forms to form your teams. I have the forms to do that also. So if you want to call me, I can get those forms to you to make your teams, get your teams together.
And of course, you can do it online too if you don't, if you're pretty
That's
internet
right.
savvy.
You can go
and all
online. You go to alz.org, and then you do look for the Roswell Walk.
There's like a find a walk near me kind of link, and then
Correct.
you type in Roswell or 882, zip code or something.
New Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico.
New
something
Mexico,
like that.
not Georgia.
Yeah, Roswell. Yeah, so maybe lead with a zip code.
Might be a good idea.
88201 will get you there a little bit more.
Yeah, or
reliably.
202.
Yeah, but definitely, and then once you're there, you can see the teams. You can create a team. You can contribute to a team or whatever you want to do there.
Find a team and
ain't nothing wrong with that too. If you want
join
to
them
support
or
teams
start
and
your
then
own.
Start your own. Do both.
Yeah, you
go
can start
$100
your
one
own
team and start your own team. That will
That's
all be
right.
good. I mean, yes, we're having fun and but everybody's winning here. It doesn't.
That's right.
It don't matter who raises the most. I mean, other than bragging rights, everybody's a winner when it comes.
Yeah, that walk is the culmination of all of this work we do for the whole year.
Yeah, that really is the celebration, the emotional. That's the day we honor, we love, we remember, and we inspire. That's what that day is about. The real work is coming up to that day. The nuts and bolts of it, the money raised. Yes, the emotion side is very important because that's what gets people going, gets people through it, and all that. But without the bucks, there's no light at the end of the tunnel, and that's just the plain truth of this. And so we've got
little side note: Halloween is the day before. So
It's Dia de los Muertos. It's our walk this year. So, what better day, the Day of Remembrance?
Yeah.
That's right.
Maybe add a little purple to your Dia de los Muertos.
You might even wear your costume.
Sure. Actually,
That's okay.
If you know the history, there's a lot of, maybe you're honoring said loved one that lost their battle.
That's right.
Through the Dia de los Muertos. Let's cross-cultural
get it all
fusion
together.
that up again.
Yeah. In a lot of cultures, Alzheimer's was such a horrible thing for the family that the Alzheimer's victim would be shut away. They would ignore them. They wouldn't let anybody know.
Basically, oust them or banished away from the community.
Yeah. They would still take care of them. Okay, here's your food.
But they're not in public.
They're not in public. They would hide them.
Yeah.
We don't need that anymore. We need to know these people so that we can help them.
Absolutely.
So if you have anybody that's...
I'm going to take a stab that obviously what we're dealing with we're dealing with actual medical issues with these folks. But
yes.
I'm pretty sure there is nothing good on the mental health side comes from locking them away and basically hiding them.
It makes it
from
worse.
society. That's probably going to
makes it a whole lot
expedite
worse.
the process a little bit here. And so you're right. It is one of these things, and it has to be in public, and people need to understand too. And I think a lot of people do. I think because there's so many different forms of dementia, Alzheimer's. No two are the same. You can have people that do have the more violent, more boisterous things, but not all of them are that way. Some get more reclusive. Some more get quiet. Some get more introverted. To every human being, there's a different reaction.
That's right.
And that's the part that sometimes navigating or knowing the differences or understanding, it's a lot for you as an individual or as a family to know. And that's why, please, if you're a family dealing with this kind of stuff, reach out to our local Alzheimer's Association. Let them tap into some resources to help you navigate. Maybe they can help you get some time off. That's the biggest thing too, is if the caretakers aren't taking care of themselves, then they can't take care of their people.
That's right.
And if you're running yourself ragged 24/7 taking care of your family member, you are failing yourself in some way, shape, or form.
Tell me about it.
And so get some help there to take care of
I went through
your
a heart attack because of it. So
exactly. And I'm going to take a stab. Some of your family members, when they were going through stuff, probably sacrificed a lot of their lives for
this. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, she was the mother of 3 children, but there always is one that kind of emerges as the caretaker.
Mm-hmm.
And out of respect, you want to just kind of give them that space to make decisions.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the support groups are a great way for, there are a lot of things I didn't understand as a grandchild. and what decisions were being made and why they were being made.
Sure. And you're probably a little angry about it because you didn't have the information or know. It's like, that seems like we're giving up or whatever that is. But then, talking about it and saying, okay, now from that angle, it makes complete sense. On
yeah.
Why we're doing
I
it.
mean, so I, for me, it's important that we get that message out that, the 24-hour helpline, anyone can call. Those are clinicians on the other end. And, that it doesn't have, you don't have to be caring for the person directly. If you have questions and you want support, as a grandchild, as a cousin, as any of the above, that's available to you. So you can ask those questions about their care, about things you're uncertain of. For us, my grandmother, at first, there was a lot of anger, because she was so intelligent that it hurt her feelings. She was angry when people corrected her.
Makes sense.
And then as it progressed, it turned into a lot of crying.
You think about it from their perspective, especially someone like, for instance, my grandfather died of Parkinson's, which has some similar, in the decline of someone with Parkinson's, there's a lot of common symptoms there.
Right.
He was very much like what you were talking about with your grandmother. He owned his own water equipment company. He was one of these guys that could do complex math in his head. Like where you and I are hitting a calculator for something, he could spit it out. Like he was that kind of smart. That being said, he was also kind of a rude person throughout life. That's another story. but he kind of but he did exactly what you're saying. That moment and with Parkinson's, it's a little different because his brain is with it. It's getting the things out that don't. So he's kind of like trapped in his own prison, but he's experiencing the same kind of symptoms, the anger, the backlash is all that. He just can't express it because of, Parkinson's. It's different than Alzheimer's. It seems same, but it attacks in a different way. So
yes.
It's attacking a different thing. Whereas Parkinson's folks, they're actually cognitively understanding what's going on. They just can't communicate it. They're trapped in it. Whereas Alzheimer's, it's a little opposite. Physically, those skills are there. The brain doesn't understand what to do with it. That's so it's the same but opposite. But the results look the same. But I know exactly what you're talking about. And I'm going to take a stab that people that are self-sufficient, people that are used to running their own show, they're going to fight harder through this because the last thing they want is someone taking care of them.
Absolutely. None of us want to lose our independence.
Yeah.
Don brought me the 800 number. So it's 1-800-272-3900. That is the 24/7 helpline. So that is where, you ask where the funds are going. Yes, it's going to research. It's also going to things like that. Again, it's not just a employee on the other line 24/7. It is a clinician.
Mm-hmm.
And
medically trained people.
Yes. So this is like when, at one point, Grandma decided to go for a walk at 3 a.m. And when you're trying to convince them at 3 a.m. that this isn't a good idea, or they're angry, or you're dealing with some kind of that they have they're lost right now, and they're angry, and you don't know what to do.
You don't know how to convince them to see that what they're saying is not real.
And it's the middle of the night, and you don't know what to do. That's what this helpline is there for. You can pick them up and be like, you can pick up the phone and say, this is what I'm dealing with right in the moment, right. And they can help guide you through that situation. And I think that's such an important thing, and an important thing for us to be funding is that availability, so that when you feel lost in the moment, that there is support available. Absolutely. All the time.
I was just, this is just me spitballing as I'm thinking here. And we talk about therapies, quality of life, making quality of life as good as possible, during this time period. Have they done research into like service animals for Alzheimer's and dementia patients as a thing?
That's not what I've been asked before, and not that I am aware of.
Me was sitting here thinking right out of left blue, because I know like people with, even now with diabetes and
heart disease,
like not schizophrenia, but they have the seizures and everything. Mm-hmm. Like animals can kind of sense when these things are coming on.
Right.
And I just
epilepsy.
Didn't know. Yeah, epilepsy. Thank you. I just couldn't think of that term for some reason. But yeah, like epileptic seizures, things like. I was just wondering maybe if they can tell when someone's having dementia episode that they can kind of alert or do. I was just wondering if there's any research in that area, because I mean, shoot, why not? I mean,
yeah, not that I'm aware of, though. I would be inclined to say, like, I think about my grandmother, and because she never had pets, like, that would be probably something that would make her angry.
Sure. But so not everybody.
I think it would be a very
I just wonder if that's even an angle someone looked at.
Yeah, dependent on probably how they're handling the disease. So that's not something I've specifically heard of.
Just
but,
you was curious, just thinking out of the box, and was like thinking, has anybody ever thought maybe there's, I mean, I'm kind of like, when it comes to things like this, let's throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. You never know what, especially we learn as we're, evolving or whatever, we're learning, that connection between animals and what they can see and sense and do is way far beyond our capabilities.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She probably would have been yelling, like, what is this dog doing?
What is this thing doing here? Get it out of here. Yeah.
I think she would have saw, though. I think the dog would have won her over at some point.
Yeah.
They have a tendency to do that.
Yeah.
But this is kind of, if you've got family, if you yourself are dealing with, please, if you have not already reached out to our local chapter, come to a meeting, talk. Like you said, there's some support groups starting up. Please get more information about that so we can get that information and get, because the more people that get involved, the more likelihood those support groups are going to sustain and succeed and keep going long, after. Because that's the idea, is that, especially with these support groups, we've got so many people that have experienced this firsthand, and everyone's a unique experience, but everyone's exactly the same also at the same time. The details may be different. Grandma or grandmother, mother, father, wife, spouse acted this way, but not this way. But it's all the same. It's unfortunately going to end the same. And it's what you do about it in between is what makes that difference. But if you want to keep supporting, please start a team, contribute to a team. Join us here on the 30th of October. Is it?
November 1st.
November 1st. Day after.
Yeah, day after Halloween.
Day after, sorry. But join us there for November 1 for the annual Walk to End Alzheimer's.
Be out there at Cielo Grande.
Yeah, it's back at Cielo Grande.
Nope.
Rusticay.
Oh, it's at Rusticay.
It's called Rusticay now.
No.
It's right over here.
By the Wool Bowl.
Yeah, it's over by the Wool Bowl.
Oh.
It's over by, so it's that track over by the Wool Bowl.
Yeah, it's the Rusticay soccer complex.
We have lots of parking, super safe.
So you can park at the Wool Bowl. You can park across the street.
Yes,
yeah.
Okay.
Right there.
So
Thank you.
We're trying something new.
That way it's
doing
kind of
it out there.
Well, it's the best of both worlds. Whereas the courthouse lawn is great for visibility, but doesn't have all the space and things. Cielo Grande's got kinds of space, but it's kind of not in the public eye so much.
Okay.
Whereas Rusticay is kind of the best. It's plenty of room. But at the same time, if you're down by Nimi or passing Main Street or whatever that other road is. College, yeah. If you're on that area, you can't miss it. You'll see all that. I know things are. I'm just bad at names. If people ask, where is that? It's over the building, with the hamburgers.
And just know, I have a lot of people that ask me about, like, I'm not ready to walk, or I can't. How far is the walk? It's a walk in, again, this is going to be a track this year. So if you want to do one lap, do one lap.
Yeah.
If you don't want to walk at all, you don't have to. You can still sign up, raise money, start a team, and do all the things.
The walking
walking is not
is
mandatory.
A visual. It is. Yes. It's not like, you're not getting your $100 because you only did one lap. No. It's not like.
It's ceremonial. It's the visual of everyone walking with their flowars and walking together.
The idea is just put the spotlight on, because, the folks that are battling, the family members, we always put a spotlight. The family members have lost loved ones. We honor them at the walk. The folks fighting, we honor them at the walk. Those that volunteer, we honor them at the walk. We it's a thing of honor, and it's a rally. It's a support. It's as much as we're raising money, it's also for folks that are feeling like they're losing the battle. They're to rally the troops.
That you're not
inspire.
Alone.
Yes, to give them basic compassion and commiserate and we're hoping, like we said, maybe one of these years we've got the white flower. Someone's out there with the white flower. They they were folks with Alzheimer's or dementia, and now they're in remission. They're in, and whatever the future holds, whether it's a vaccine like polio we take, and next thing you know, Alzheimer's, dementia's disappeared, or if it's something that, nope, you're diagnosed, but here's a pill that reverts. I don't know, whatever direction we go with, or it's probably going to be some cocktail of both, probably at the end of the day. But I would ideally like to think that, it gets eliminated like polio, when you're 2 years old or infant, or you take a vaccine and it goes the way of the dodo. But who knows?
You can, if you'd like. Yeah, if you want to get involved, we have a local committee.
Yes.
And this Thursday, about 5:30 at Peppers, they're meeting. So if you're interested in supporting the walk and helping plan things, we'd love to have you. So you're welcome to come down.
The more the merrier.
If you can't make this week, just reach out to me and we can get you connected with the committee. Dawn is on the committee. And then I do want to quickly give a shout out to our local sponsors. And let you know that there's still sponsorship opportunities available. And Comfort Keepers, Chimera, Eastern New Mexico Medical Center, Loveless, Pioneer Bake. Team Pioneer is a new one for us this year. We're excited to have them.
Welcome aboard.
Otero Federal Credit Union, Interim Healthcare, and Excel just came on last week.
Excellent.
So again, if you're in a business and you think that the business would like to form a team, would like to sponsor the event, we have lots of sponsorship opportunities. Putting your logo on the T-shirt, all that good stuff. So I'd love to hear from you. That again, as well as in Hobbs, maybe there's a facility in both places. You can do sponsorship in both. But I will give my number again. It's 505-317-0978. My email is wcook@alz.org, and we're here to help.
Without the E, just
that is
like you're cooking bacon or whatever.
WCOOK@alz.org.
Captain Hook with a C instead of an H. And then, of course, you can always like and follow the Alzheimer's Association. Does have a local page here. If you type in ALZ, Alzheimer's Association, Roswell, or Chavez County.
I think it's Southeast New Mexico.
Southeast New Mexico. That way you can like and follow, and it's got links for everything we're talking about here as well, too. If you want to sign up teams or if you want to volunteer, please come to the meeting. If you'd really like to roll up your sleeves and
come help us out. Yeah, if you want to volunteer and help, let us know.
There's a lot of moving parts, and there's probably a lot of planning between now and November 1 that we need to get done.
Oh yeah.
For that. So please, but for now, mark it on your calendars. November 1st here at the Rusty K Soccer Complex. That'll be this year's annual Walk to End Alzheimer's event. Sign up your teams right now. You can go to alz.org and find a walk near you link. Click that. Like and follow the Alzheimer's page here and follow the links there, and or call or email Wendy here directly, and let's get the ball rolling. And certainly if you're a family needing support, issues, questions, maybe just this week you got hit with this diagnosis and you're wondering, what do we do?
Why now?
What am I, reach out. There is a slew of people ready to kind of grab you and pull you through and help you navigate this process together.
Yep.
Put it this way, if you're going to try to do it alone, you're going to have a hard time doing it. I'm telling you right now.
It'll kill the healthcare giver before it kills the Alzheimer patient.
Yeah. And it can really create turmoil and stuff if you don't understand what's going on. So it's one of these diseases that the more information you have, usually the better off navigating the process. Because unfortunately, we are at the point. All of these end the same right now. There's only one outcome with Alzheimer's, and it's the same outcome. We're trying to fix that. And so let's do our parts to help do that. And we're close, folks. Like I'm telling you, someone like your wife's age or probably your grandmother's age, if they were diagnosed today, there are so many more resources for them today than there was back when they were diagnosed, whether it was 10 years ago or 2 years ago or whatever. It's so much. There's so many more. I mean, we're close, folks. We're so close. I feel like one or two more of these walks, and next thing you know, they're going to be saying, we got it. We finally have
got the white flower.
We solved the puzzle. We're seeing someone actually reverse the signs of Alzheimer's now, and we're so close to seeing that. And next thing you know, then it's going to be like Star Trek, where they just wave that wand. You know how they do in Star
There
Trek?
you go. Yeah.
Oh, he's got cancer. Now you don't. You know.
We got rid of that. Yeah.
We need, people that'll look into that thing. By the way, let's start that association. The wave the wand, the cure thing, like Gene Roddenberry made. Wendy, is there anything we missed? Anything we wanted to cover that we just didn't get a chance to?
I don't think so. Just the walk was pretty big here, and it kind of went down, of course, when COVID hit.
As it did in a lot of places.
Yes,
yeah.
So we're just looking to rebuild it. We want as many people out there as possible. It's a day of togetherness and support, so we want it to be big and beautiful, and we would love everyone to be a part of it.
Get your purple on. Get it on there, and let's...
Isn't that one of the costumes for Halloween, a purple people eater or something?
There you go. A Prince.
Barney the...
Barney. Yeah, Barney. Prince. We can go Prince if you want.
Go.
Do some Purple Rain while we're,
get out there in your purple costume and
you know what? Or maybe just a fan of grape popsicle.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyway, purple's the color of the day.
Yeah.
Thank you. We do appreciate it. And we'll see y'all next time. It is 9:55. Let's pause for news and a quick break before they kick me off the radio. Don't go. Pause for news and a quick break before they kick me off the radio. Don't go.
Injury, surgery, or illness can set you back, but you don't have to recover alone. At Artesia General Hospital, our rehabilitation services team provides physical, occupational, and speech therapy to help you regain strength, mobility, and confidence. Take the next step toward recovery. Call 575-736-8174 today to schedule an appointment and get back to living life to the fullest.
Hi everyone, this is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. We now carry Mayo Furniture. Not only is it proudly built in the U.S., but there are hundreds of custom options to choose from, including fabrics, top-grade leathers, nailhead trim, and feet. The quality and construction stands apart from other brands in the industry, ensuring your satisfaction for years to come. Turn your living room into a reflection of your refined taste. Come see us at Glenn's on the corner of Union and Alameda in Roswell, where delivery is free since 1953.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Still a few showers and thunderstorms hanging around today. Most of those will be this afternoon. We will have some sunshine. We have a little bit of that warm and humid air coming in from the monsoon. Mid-90s, scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight, and we're in the upper 60s, and then a slim chance of a shower again on Wednesday afternoon, but pretty much sunny all day. We're looking at low 90s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Your home for Armed American Radio is 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. House Judiciary Chair Jim Jordan calling on a member of the team that prosecuted President Trump to come clean before his committee.
The Ohio Republicans sent the subpoena to Thomas Windham, former senior assistant special counsel who worked under then special counsel Jack Smith. Then Attorney General Merrick Garland had appointed Smith to lead the Justice Department's case around Mr. Trump's retention of classified documents. Windham previously sat with the House Judiciary panel on June 12th as part of Jordan's probe into efforts under the previous administration to investigate Mr. Trump. According to a letter from Jordan, Windham declined to answer some questions without authorization from the Justice Department. Jordan countered that such authorization was not necessary. Bernie Bennett in Washington.
House lawmakers leave D.C. in a couple of days for their weeks-long August recess. House Speaker Mike Johnson says there will be no vote on releasing Jeffrey Epstein files before the break. And Johnson notes that President Trump has already set the wheels in motion.
He wants all the credible files related to Epstein to be released. He's asked the Attorney General to request the grand jury files of the court. All of that is in process right now.
Democrats have been demanding release of the files, suggesting that they're playing politics. President Trump questions why they didn't release the documents themselves when they were in charge and had the ability to do so. This time it was several Ukrainian cities targeted overnight in Russian drone attacks. One child was killed, at least 24 people injured. The latest attacks come ahead of tomorrow's planned peace talks between Russia and Ukraine, which have so far shown little progress in ending the war. Stay hydrated and stay in the air conditioning if you can. The advice for tens of millions of Americans as extreme heat and high humidity grips much of the country. Watching Wall Street this hour, the Dow trading 72 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Britain is trying to stamp out the lucrative and too often deadly business of human trafficking.
Looking for new ways to tackle people smuggling, the government has now introduced what it says is the world's first sanctions regime to, in its words, smash the gangs. Anyone involved, from the Middle East to the Balkans, could face being banned from the UK and having any assets here frozen. The aim is to name and shame the men in suits driving the business and getting rich from it. Among the first expected targets are people selling fake passports and supplying the boats being used for illegal channel crossings.
The BBC's Caroline Hawley. Rescuers in Indonesia responding to a ferry that caught fire and killed at least 3 people say they rescued 575 people. That's far more than first reported, and the 2 people are still missing. A Coast Guard vessel, 6 rescue vessels, and several inflatable boats among the vessels responding to the disaster. Townhall.com. Beef prices hit record highs.
And experts say don't expect much relief soon either. According to U.S. government data, the average price of a pound of beef rose to $6.12 in June, up nearly 12% from a year ago. The average price of all uncooked beef steaks rose 8% to $11.49 per pound. Beef prices have been steadily rising over the past 20 years because the supply of cattle remains tight, while beef remains popular. John Scott reporting.
Harvard University, which boasts a $53 billion endowment, is challenging in court $2.6 billion worth of federal funding cuts. The school accusing the government of trying to control academic decisions. The cuts followed Harvard's rejection of demands from a federal anti-Semitism task force. It's again on Wall Street this hour. The NASDAQ down 197 points. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel witch and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2.
The Deuce
of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. I turned your mic on, but I saw your face. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't turn your mic on. She's got this like look and just shaking her head. I was like, maybe I should turn it off because something comes out.
I can give you insight when you're
if and when y'all want it.
Do I want it now?
I'm not sure. Just bear in mind, we are bound by the FCC.
It's nothing that would be conflicting with that.
All right, well, all right.
So I was just scrolling through Facebook, and you know how they have ads and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is just too weird. It's a keychain, and it's in the shape of a paw, but you stuff it with your cat's hair as a memory.
Oh.
That's not creepy at all.
That's horrifying.
It's kind of creepy.
If cat hair helps you remember your cat, all you need is any shirt or blanket or couch cushion you've ever owned.
Exactly.
That's all you need. I could remake my cat with what my cat sheds on a daily basis.
Actually,
Absolutely.
I just had a thought.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Lord.
If you have... Like,
remember, we're bound by the FCC.
if you have a coworker you don't like that's allergic to cats, you should just wear
Got your keychain.
Just start wearing that, not saying that. They keep sneezing. Every time they're around you, they're sneezing. You'll never have to deal with them
That's
again.
true. That is absolutely true. I'm pretty sure.
I'd never seen this and never seen anything like this, and it was very appalling to me. That's what my face was. Oh my gosh.
Man,
My cat sheds so
mark
much.
that link. I got some
Oh, I
Christmas.
just got off of it.
My cat sheds so much, I swear I find his hair in my microphone muff in my studio. Because it catches in my beard, and then my beard will graze my mic, and then there's cat hair. I'm like, he's never even been here. He doesn't know how to work the board. He doesn't have thumbs. Dude, there was a moment over the weekend. We were at my friend Misty's house, and they have a dog. Who the backstory of the dog is during one of the big storms over the last several months, Will, her husband, was out and found a dog in the middle of the road. And they took that dog in, and now this dog is like massive. But her name is Max. And the whole time during the party, the get together, we were shouting at the kids to stop going in and out and close the door behind them. So at one point, I look over and I see Max standing in front of the door as the door slowly pulls shut. And all I could think to say was, damn, you're a good dog. Like we were telling the kids all night, shut the door behind you, and this dog shut the door behind her. I was impressed.
Yep.
It's just, that's all I could think to say was, damn, you're a good dog.
His dog just like, these kids don't listen.
That really should be the next level of evolution, is for house pets to just develop opposable thumbs. So they can be a little more useful around the house.
You know, you train them right, they do amazing things, you know?
Oh, that can be amazing.
If you slowly break that last knuckle over a course of time, it'll be an opposable thumb.
Oh, they'll just evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we keep giving them tasks like, getting pills for us, and like if they can do all that, they'll just evolve over time.
Right.
Kind of like, we used to be able to drink puddle water. Can't no more.
Can't. Flesh-eating bacteria. You know what? I had that thought last night when I was watching the finale of Better Call Saul. Is there's a scene when they're in the middle. It's a flashback to when Jimmy and Mike are wandering through the desert with the bags of cash,
right?
And they get to this. It's like there's a windmill, and then there's a giant trough. It's like a watering trough for cattle or whatever. And Jimmy just dunks his face in and just starts drinking. All I could think was, there's probably some nasty stuff in that water.
Yeah, but I'm thinking if he lived what he lived, the way he lived, and in that particular,
and the fact that the canteen he was carrying was also full of urine.
I would say he was having to drink his own urine to survive.
Very true fact. Yes.
That was I didn't even remember that until I saw the canteen he dumped down. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's why that trough of water was quite appetizing to
But
me.
even in the camera shot, because they had a camera shot up from the inside of the trough, and it looked like crystal clear and just completely drinkable. I'm like, that's got to be fresh. That water hadn't been standing around very long.
Well, if you go down deep.
Yeah, you got to get under the film.
Yeah.
Oh, nasty.
If you can get past the first layer of funk, you'll be fine. That's right. It's like cheese. You just eat below the rind. You cut out the green parts. It's fine.
That's just good. But, well, if you're, what's that? There was like an Eddie Murphy bit. If you're starving out in the desert and someone hands you a cracker, you're gonna eat that cracker. Like, what's the best cracker I ever had? It's a Ritz. It's really good.
Right.
Same thing with the water, I guess. Pea water or horse trough that may or may It may have not been changed in a while.
Any port in a storm, any trough in the desert, I guess. But
I'm just surprised it had water in it.
Right? Fresh, too. It looked very freshly filled.
But, yeah. So now that we've all watched it, we'll move on. So you don't want to listen to us talk about a show from...
Yeah.
From
several years ago.
Finale like 5 years ago. Although, I got my wife into Stick, the show Stick.
Oh, yeah?
Night.
You did.
Nice.
It is good.
It's a fun show.
Yeah.
I'll have to check it. You said it's on...
It's on Apple Plus.
On Apple Plus.
Yeah,
All
that's the.
I'll have to check it out with a friend.
That's the rub. It's on Apple Plus, the one that not as many people have.
Mm-hmm.
But while you're there, I will also recommend the what's it called? Something Monkey.
I don't know. That's
Vaughn.
me.
It's a Vince Vaughn series.
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about.
We
watched it, but I don't remember the name of it.
Something Monkey. Bad Monkey?
Bad Monkey.
Bad Monkey,
It's
okay.
Bad Monkey. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the ones everyone else talks about, Ted Lasso.
Yeah, Bad
and
Monkey.
Shrinking and all those.
We've been streaming because right now the networks and their evening shows
Well, we
are
got
kinda,
Big Brother now.
That's come back.
That
helps. That helps.
So that covers Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday.
And Friday is Honey Boo Boo.
Well, for a minute.
Still?
Well, it's way evolved. Like, it's not about Honey Boo Boo anymore. It's about the mom,
I'm
and
sure.
and the sister.
Hasn't she had but didn't she have her own spinoff, the mom?
Mm-hmm.
Like at one point?
Yeah. This
Mama June
it's
from
not called
Not
Honey
to
Boo Boo
Hot
anymore. Yeah.
was the spin-off.
But no.
Now it's called Mama June Family in Crisis.
Yeah.
That's what it's been called for the last couple seasons now.
Yeah.
But it's one of those summer Friday.
Honey Boo Boo, she's in college in Colorado.
Is she?
So
She's
you
gonna
don't
be a
see her
nerd.
on the show as much. On phone calls.
But
and
enough to
stuff.
pay for school.
She's majoring in chemistry because she wants to invent her own go-go juice.
Well, then there was a whole thing where the mom spent the money and then this and that.
Mhm.
So now the sister's getting a divorce. Spoiler in case you're. Oh, don't tell me.
I hated that.
I can't. I don't know.
It's a train wreck. You just can't turn your head from.
Now, I will tell you, I do love a good train wreck. Sometimes.
Yeah.
There are some that I'm just like, this just makes me way too uncomfortable. Mostly because I grew up in Oklahoma. Like, I saw a lot of those stories firsthand.
Yeah.
I like to think of it the other way. It's like, my life ain't so bad, man.
It makes you feel better about
Just
your life.
what you do is you start on episode 10 and work your way backwards in the series, and slowly but surely their lives get worse and worse.
Oh my God.
No, if you want a real train wreck, I'm not sure where you would find it, but if you can find it, you need to watch The Wild and Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
Oh, I've seen it. You just committed a cardinal.
I did.
I know
We're
it.
silent. It's 90 minutes. Now, this movie was originally supposed to be a series, but the creators, it was the production company was Schmickhouse. I can't really say the name, but they wanted to create a series. But after filming what they filmed initially, they were so scared and nervous and didn't want to be there. They just said, "We're just going to make this a documentary."
It's been a minute, but last time I saw it, it was on Amazon Prime.
Was it okay?
But that was a couple years ago, 2 years ago.
But yeah,
I
if
don't
you're
know.
looking for just a train wreck of a family, that is definitely one.
But I've seen it. Yeah, it's put it this way: all your stigmas you have of West Virginia, they don't change in that show.
It's true Appalachia in this show.
They don't change. It cements a bit.
What gets me about it is the patriarch of the family.
Yeah.
Like their whole claim to fame is that he does this weird like Appalachian step dance thing on top of tables, and that's like their whole claim to fame is that he once danced with was it Hank Williams the third, I think.
That they care about ginseng and that dance. All right, we got to get the hour going. We're going to replay our interview we had with Debbie and Kristen from the Roswell Independent School District talking about the back-to-school event that's happening at the Roswell Recreation Aquatic Center on August 1st. But first, your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Still a few showers and thunderstorms hanging around today. Most of those will be this afternoon. We will have some sunshine. We have a little bit of that warm and humid air coming in from the monsoon. Mid-90s, scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight, and we're in the upper 60s, and then a slim chance of a shower again on Wednesday afternoon, but pretty much sunny all day. We're looking at low 90s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 77 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity's at 56% with south winds at 12 miles per hour. 30% chance at afternoon showers and thunderstorms. They're talking after 3 today, otherwise mostly sunny. High of 94 expected. South winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, our chance of rain bumps up to 50%, mainly before midnight. Mostly cloudy, overnight low of 69 degrees with south winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. They're saying we could they're saying less than 1/10 of an inch unless we get a thunderstorm rolling through the area. Then that's about it for rain talk for the rest of the week. Mostly sunny, 93 for high tomorrow. Winds out of the south 5 to 10. Thursday, sunny and start progressively getting warmer. 97 for a high on Thursday with winds out of the south 5 to 10 miles per hour. Friday, we're hitting the century mark. Sunny, hot, high of 100. And then the weekend's going to be warm as well. 99 and sunny on Saturday, 97 and sunny on Sunday. All right, 8:17. We're going to take about a 4-minute break. Then we're going to play our interview we had with the folks from the RISD talking about the back-to-school event on August 1st.
Roswell Honda is turning up the heat this summer and giving you the chance to win. Simply have your vehicle serviced at Roswell Honda and you'll be entered to win a 65-inch TV. Best of all, every service appointment gets you another chance to win. Roswell Honda will announce the winner live on Facebook on Saturday, July 26th at 12 p.m. sharp. So have your vehicle serviced by the specialists at Roswell Honda and win big. Call 575-573-6130 and schedule your appointment today with Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd. Saddle up for a celebration of the bounty of Lee County during the 89th Annual Lee County Fair and PRCA Rodeo, August 1st through the 9th at the Lee County Fairgrounds in Lovington. With nonstop fun for the whole family, including an arts and crafts showcase, the carnival, concerts, Extreme Bulls event, and PRCA rodeos, the Pioneer Iron Chef contest, as well as the livestock shows, mutton bustin', fiddlers contest, and junior livestock sale, the Yucca building exhibits, plus 4-H and open youth, the flower show, farm and garden, creative arts, the special rodeo, commercial vendors, and of course, the best fair food around. The concert series begins Friday, August 1st with the Hispanic Heritage Celebration and continues nightly Tuesday, August 5th through Saturday, August 9th. Visit LeeCountyFair.net for more exciting news and updates. The 89th Annual Lee County Fair and PRCA Rodeo, August 1st through the 9th at the Lee County Fairgrounds in Lovington. Come celebrate the bounty of Lee County. We'll see you at the fair.
Hey Roswell, celebrate freedom. Celebrate huge savings with 0 down payment, 0% APR, and 0 payments for 90 days during the 000 sales event at Roswell Ford. Your friends at Roswell Ford make upgrading to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle for less super fun, super fast, and super easy. So if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to free you from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Right now, trade and upgrade to a new Ford for less with 0 down, 0% APR, and 0 payments for 90 days. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Our aggressive lenders will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Celebrate huge American-made savings and more for your trade during the 000 sales event at Roswell Ford. Get on board at Roswell Ford, because we'll do whatever it takes to make a deal. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
Artesia Rodeo Days is heading to the Artesia Horse Council Arena at the Eddy County Fairgrounds March 27th, 28th, and 29th. Gates open at 6 p.m. and the rodeo begins at 7:30 nightly. Enjoy front row family fun, a calf scramble for the kids, trick riding, the rankest bulls and broncos on the circuit, as well as full concessions, food trucks, and vendors, and New Mexico's own Blackcock Brewery on site. Help them pack the house every night at the upcoming Artesia Rodeo Days, coming to the Artesia Horse Council Arena at the Eddy County Fairgrounds March 27th, 28th, and 29th. Gates open at 6 p.m. Rodeo starts at 7:30 nightly. Thank you to sponsors KC Light Towers, Amigo Machinery in Roswell, Benny's Western Store in Artesia, and Tape Branch Artesia. Early bird tickets are only $10 and available in Artesia at Benny's Western Store and Tape Branch, in Roswell at Amigo Machinery, and in Carlsbad at Forest Tire. 8 tickets will be $15, or you can find them online at rodeoticket.com. And paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
It's one hot night as Benesse brings an exciting display of fiery Spanish guitar and dance to the Spencer stage on August 2nd. Armed with a Spanish guitar and a stage full of musicians and elaborately choreographed dancers, Benesse takes the audience on a musical journey as he launches his 25th anniversary tour. Get your tickets online at spencertheater.com or by calling the box office at 575-336-4800. We'll see you at the Spencer.
The inventor of Pringles is buried in a Pringles can. I wonder if they got their hands stuck putting him in there. Here's Mike Winters.
Studio this morning from University High, Debbie Lovano and Kristen Salyers. Did I say that right? Or
Yes.
how bad did I butcher it?
A little.
Go ahead. Hit me. Give me the right one. I'd rather you tell me right than me just keep butchering it.
Debbie Lovano.
Okay. I was
Luavano.
Luavano. Okay.
Luavano. It's okay.
Hi, Debbie. Nice to meet you. Kristen, did I get your last name right?
Yes,
okay,
sir.
I was more worried about that one. I guess just the way it was spelled here. I was like, Luvano, that's easy.
Yeah.
No. But thank you, ladies, for joining us here this
Thank
morning.
you.
Of course, everybody's gearing up for back to school now, and I guess depending on who you talk to, parents are like, yeah. Teachers, kids are like, oh my gosh, summer vacation's almost over. Yeah. But don't worry, we're easing you in with some fun stuff, getting you kind of dip a toe into going back to school, so you can kind of ease into that transition rather than slam in it here. But yeah, you guys actually have a busy preschool start up here, don't you?
We do. Yes, we do.
All right, do we want to talk about the pool party first, or what do we? I'll kind of let you guys steer here on what we want to talk about first.
So I think what you're referring to at the pool party is the Wings for Life.
Okay.
Back to school pool party.
Okay.
That is Saturday, the 19th from 11 to 1.
Okay.
And I'm aware of that. And so
that's different from you guys.
Yes.
Okay.
But we are a partner with Wings for Life.
That's a good point. So, that's a great organization to part with. Of course, they help a lot with getting families resources to do family stuff. That's one side. They also do the prison ministries and everything. They've got a lot of branches as part of.
They also provide some really fabulous programs in our schools.
Yes.
So they're in almost all of our schools, providing some after-school programming and some support during the day for students who are in need. So we really support them and sing their praises a lot.
Absolutely, and I imagine, especially too, because at University High, you guys have a. It's a little different than the other high schools, and so you have students that are driving in a different direction, and so sometimes they're kind of shooting for the moon here, and they need those resources to help out with, because life happens.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
The students at University High, they're literally dual crediting right now. They're trying to earn a college and a high school degree at the same time. And so they these are smart kids, but their workload's pretty heavy. So sometimes they need resources to help navigate some of these things sometimes. But
sure.
Like you said, they're pretty much covered in every RASD school in some way, shape, form, or fashion here too. But so let's talk about some of the things that you guys got coming up.
Go ahead.
Okay, so yes, you are correct. The summer is almost over, and it's unbelievable how fast it has gone.
Are you guys excited, or are you like my wife and kind of like, oh boy? She's like, go out. Come on, it's not a big secret. Teachers are not ready to go back to.
I mean, we've missed our students, but the summer break is always nice to, and it's good for the kids too to have a break from all of us.
Well, it is, and it's. I get, as being a husband of a wife of a 27-year teacher, that I know exactly, how the passion, the love is there. But yes, you're ready for your summer. You're ready to, not have to deal with 27 issues that a teacher deals with on a given day and things like that. So yeah, everyone loves a break, So, but it does recharge the battery.
New school year is always exciting, though.
Yes.
Fresh start, new kids.
New faces, new chance to make new connections.
Opportunities.
Absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about what you got coming up here.
So the Curriculum and Instruction Department for the school district is putting on a back-to-school event on Friday, August the 1st.
Okay.
And it'll be from 2 to 7:30 at the Roswell Aquatic Center.
Yeah, that's district-wide here,
It
right?
is. It is for all district kids.
And so, and I believe, is that like a come-and-go event, if I remember right?
Yes,
so
it
you
is.
don't have to be there the entire day, but at some point during the day, you want to come and have some fun and learn some stuff.
Yes, for sure. We have about 36 providers from around town that will be there with resource tables set up and to provide information and help to our families for all different areas that that they need. We tried to look at the whole child and think, what are all the different necessities that a student would have, and tried to reach out to all of our local people, and almost all of them were like, yes, count us in. So
Good
we're
deal.
grateful for our community people that are going to be there
Excellent.
to support and provide their help and resources to our families. So
Excellent.
that'll be one part of it is our resource fair. We'll also have back to school vaccinations available. We'll have free haircuts for our students available from our local barbers and cosmetologists
We appreciate
that are
when they-
so wonderful.
We appreciate those folks that every year around this time of year,
Yes.
pretty much in some way, shape, or form, our haircutters, barbers, stylists, whatever they whatever direction they go in. Yeah, this is their way they give back.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
And because I get it. I mean, this is the most expensive time of year for parents. Sometimes, I mean, even worse than Christmas and those holidays sometimes, because yes, you got the school supply list, and at the end of the day, that's kind of the cheap end. You probably get away with $30 or so buying the school supplies that the child needs, but then you're like, oh, they need new clothes, they need new shoes, they need a haircut. There may be some other needs there, and that next thing you know, that $35 turns into $500.
Yes.
It could for sure.
And so get the free haircuts, getting some of even school supplies and stuff. I know a lot of times you can get those covered here and things that it not only this event but other. I know the Health Expo on the which I believe is going to be the next day.
It is. Yes.
It will be another opportunity for you to do that as well too. But yes, anytime we can, families need help getting some of these things for their kids ready. If you're having issues, please reach out and come to this event first off. But I know if you call the 211 resource at the Health Council and ask, they'll probably tell you about this event, their health fair, but they'll give you other resources and if you need some help to get your child ready for school. But it sounds like if you come out to the event on the 1st, 99.99% of it could get covered.
It could. We will also have the Lions Club there, and if you bring your glasses prescription, then all children can get a free pair of glasses.
Awesome.
So that's a really, really great resource. We love our partnership with them.
She was curious if you can bring glasses to the event if the Lions are there? Like if you want to donate glasses, are they accepting them at the event? Or
they don't do that part of it.
Okay. I didn't know. I was just curious because I know that's their program they champion. But I was thinking, well, if I've got some frames I don't need, can I bring them along and give them to them on there? But I'll reach out to them. I'm sure you can make arrangements to do that if you'd like to do that. So, very good. Just curious.
One of the parts of the event we're really excited about is we have a lady named Angelique Cedillo coming down from Albuquerque. She is previously with the district attorney's office there.
Okay.
And she is going to be giving a class for parents. And it's going to be on the topic of raising children in our digital world.
Okay.
And so giving parents those really important tips on how to help monitor screen time and how to know what to look for in your child's tablet or phone and the scary, scary things that are going on with our kids being targeted. Yes, it's very scary. And so there's a book that every parent that attends will be given. It will be offered at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 6 o'clock in English, and then the class will be offered at 5 o'clock in Spanish.
Oh, perfect.
And there will be free childcare for all of the parents attending the class.
Excellent.
So we have...
so excuses to not attend are very, very small.
Zero.
Absolutely.
But it really is important. I mean, even if you think you're a little savvy on internet stuff, your kids, especially if you got a teenage kid,
they're smarter than us.
They are. There's so much that they can, and so you've got to and I get, as they get older, you're wanting to give them more responsibility, more privacy, things like that. But unfortunately, when it comes to this internet stuff, you've got to be an active participant.
Mm-hmm.
There is there's grown people getting scammed all the time. Your kids, and most of the time it's just money. Unfortunately, with the kids, they know money's not the thing, so guess what they're doing? It's the creepiest things that you can think of. And that's why your kid, despite thinking they're an adult and ready for it, you can see the signs to say this is not going to end in a good place. We need to address this now. And so how to deal with that kind of stuff, this is 101 stuff. I don't care. And it doesn't matter what age your child is right now, because at some point they're going to be of that age. So whenever you learn this, it's good to have that. So even if your kids are, in preschool right now, it's probably a good idea to get a jump on this and understand what those risks are and where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And deal.
So I on my end, I did want to kind of go back to what you were talking about with the haircuts and the supplies and just helping our families, because financially, things are tough in this world and everything's so expensive
Not
nowadays.
to mention, just to buy dinner right now is 4 times the price you normally think.
Yes.
So imagine, adding the other expenses that this time of the year brings.
Right. And so, with that, haircuts have went up. They used to be 15,
I haven't got one in a while, but I know that. Just saying. I haven't had the needed one for a bit.
You get to save money.
But I know they get expensive.
So, they've went up quite a bit, and I mean, understandably so.
Yeah.
But imagine having 3 or 4 kids that you need to get haircuts for.
And,
that's quite a bit out of someone's pocket.
And I know if you have a daughter, that's more of a styling than a cut. Boys, zip, zip, zip. We're good to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But women, girls, ladies, they want a little prep time. They want, they got, and so that could double, next thing you know, that trip turns into $100 trip. And so, I get it. If we can do these cuts and help them and saves, please.
Yes.
I get it. And especially since you're going to need to do it again in a couple of weeks anyway.
Right. Yeah. And so what we are, short a few barbers and cosmetologists. So, this is me reaching out to our community saying if you could volunteer any of your time between 2 and 7:30.
That would be great.
Yes, that would be great. It would help our community, our kiddos.
Absolutely.
Because we do need a few more.
Absolutely. If you could please help, the more the merrier, because I know there's going to be probably hundreds of kids lining up ready to get haircuts, and it'll be a well-oiled machine. But if we can get as many stylists, barbers, hair cutters, too bad we don't have the old school barber chairs, like 50 of those lined up.
Yeah.
But don't have that, but we can get it done either way.
Yes.
But please reach out. What's the best? Just contact you guys directly.
Directly to me. My phone number is 575-420-8897.
Okay. And get in touch with us, and Jocelyn can make sure we can get that information to you if you don't. If you're driving right now and can't write that number down or something. Call the station. We can get that to you. So
awesome. Yeah. So we've been, reaching out and to our partners and also to our local pizza places, because we would like to serve pizza to our families, our kiddos.
Yeah.
And so right now we have Peter Piper Pizza, who is a big supporter.
Big thank you to Peter Piper.
Yes. And
but you could use more pizza.
Yes.
So our other pizza establishments, I know Dion's does a lot in our community and stuff. Maybe we can reach out there, or Domino's, Pizza Hut.
Yes.
Papa John's, come on down.
So we need everybody to help make this event a success.
Absolutely. And, because that's a lot of, and so if you can help, and this is the thing, this is a great way to give back. I know, and to be honest, for your hairstylists and barbers and so forth, this is also a networking opportunity, because I know a lot work independently or have their own clientele. Yes. Pass out as many cards as you want at this event.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And maybe drum up some business for you.
For sure.
So yes, you can do it in giving back and using your server's heart, but it can work both ways, and it can also help your own personal business if you choose to do it that way.
Yes.
So, but just a dangle of a carrot. If you're, hey, I'm trying to drum up business.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have a lot of clientele right there. Give a free sample and let them come to you afterwards.
Yes.
But definitely do that. And and anybody out there, I know our pizza establishments around town, they're generally, please reach out, and if they can help out, we even if it's another dozen pizzas, whatever it is, would be
for sure
be immensely helpful here.
Yeah.
So. But it's all got to be on that August 1st here, so we
Yes.
got to reach out here probably this week.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yes.
Sooner the better here.
Yes.
But what else do we want to cover?
So this is what we've been working on through the week, through the summer. And, some things that that we do as part of the community schools is building our partnerships because, we want to bring all those services to our kiddos at the school. So we have Sierra Middle School, we have El Capitan, we have University High. And so we all have food distributions. El Capitan hopefully will be soon.
This will be hopefully every school in the district at some point.
Yes,
We're hoping is doing this.
Oh, we would love
that would be amazing. Yeah.
Yes, but today is Sierra's distribution, food distribution. So anybody needing food, head on out down there right now and get in line.
Gotcha.
But we try to really work on that for the community.
I'm a little naive. Do they require anything when you come, or just
Nothing.
Just bring yourself and they'll take care of it?
Yes. And it's a drive-through at Sierra, so you don't even get out of your vehicle.
Excellent. So they'll load the trunk or the back seat or wherever you want it.
That's correct.
And you're in and out pretty quick.
Yes.
Very good. But please take advantage of it. Get while supplies last.
Yes.
Here. But I know put it this way, there are resources for folks having food issues right now. If you reach out, if you need more help than this, reach out to Food Not Bombs. We talk with Jocelyn all the time, obviously, but the 211 hotline is also another great resource. If you're having food insecurity issues and need help, they can put you in touch with people that can help through, whether it's events like this or through Harvest Ministries or one of the other many different ways that we get food to people around here. So we can. This is a community effort. This is all, and I love this. This is why I support the Food Not Bombs. It's all, same kind of deal. No questions asked. We're here. Come eat. I don't care where you come from. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
A millionaire, broke.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
You got a mouth. You got a stomach. Needs filling. Come on down.
That's correct. Yes. Yes.
And so come do that. But and if people want to get more involved with that, reach out. If you want to, if you're looking to serve and volunteer,
absolutely.
We need more people at all these different things. Pick one. I don't care. Any of them. They're all doing great stuff. Get involved and help out. And it's the more people that get involved, the less work for everybody, but also the more we can cover.
Absolutely.
And when we talk about things like this, when it comes to helping out people and families, if you're waiting for a government or if you're waiting for some kind of official organization to come in with the save the day, you're going to be waiting a long time. We the people, we the community, our neighbors, we're the ones that have to look out for each other. How do we do that? We volunteer by giving haircuts. We offer to serve at one of these events, or we offer to help gather food or make dishes or whatever it is we can do to do those things. And,
absolutely.
If what about like school supplies? Can you use donations of that kind of stuff? Are you guys pretty set on that?
Any of our schools could use school supplies. Sure. So we, as a community school, that is what we focus on is the whole child. So we provide all those, we want to work with the families to provide all those things that the child may need, even like we said, hunger or housing or any kind of services. So with school supplies, we do keep them on stock at the school so that if a child comes in or even enrolled late or transferring from another school or anything like that,
we got some stuff in the closet we can get them going with until they
we have things available to them. The supplies for the back to school event have already been purchased and they're already
procured,
ready to go.
But that being said, if you got a bag full of school supplies, you're not going to turn it down.
No, absolutely.
We'll put it to use somewhere.
It will go to a student.
Yeah, it will be on some child's back or in their book bag here.
Absolutely.
For start of school here. But and quick shout out to we talked about the RSD's food service that whole side of thing. They do an amazing job of helping food during the summer program here.
They work
they've
so
been
hard.
feeding kids all summer. I know we got a few hurdles early. That all went away, I guess, after a week or two. But they and I know they're constantly feeding all year round. And some of these food programs that we were talking about at the beginning here, they're the ones that are kind of spearheading and trying to make these come into these or help, using resources. I know not only RSD, but, Hagerman, they all work together in the food service. And granted, they could use a lot more help, but I will tell you right now, there's a lot of kids that don't go hungry thanks to what they do every single day. And the fact that it's so smart that they, with the food now, they just come and eat at breakfast or whatever. doesn't care what this. You don't pay this. You just roll in and grab breakfast.
Right. Yes.
That's the way it should be.
Yes.
I'm so glad they finally figured that one out. Took a long time, but we got it.
Yeah, Kim Meeks is our director of nutrition for the district, and she does a phenomenal job, and her team is hardworking people.
Yeah,
so they're wonderful servants to our students.
They're out there in all weather.
Mhm.
It's heat, rain. They're out there.
They're the new postman.
Yes.
Postmen are like, it's a little hot out. I'm going to get my air-conditioned Jeep.
Yeah.
Actually, they're laughing. You think it's air-conditioned? I've seen it. But anyway, but mark August 1st on your calendars. It's all going to be at the Roswell Recreation and Aquatic Center. What time does the event, when's the starting of the event?
2 o'clock.
2 p.m. and then it goes till
7:30.
7:30. I know it was in the evening there.
But the last haircut will be scheduled at 7
Okay.
because it gives our barbers enough time to get
finish
that last
up
to
and
finish up.
So they're not there till 10
So
o'clock.
don't wait
cutting
till
hair.
7:30 to show up to get your kid in to get a haircut.
The sooner the
Yes.
better.
Yes.
Yes. If you can get there at 2 o'clock, amazing. But like I said, if you can't be there till 3 or 4 or
Right.
5,
Right.
no issues. But come, and of course there's going to be a lot of stuff for it's the aquatic center and all that,
Yes.
so they can come and have fun and play games, and kids can do all that while mom and dad are maybe hitting some of the information booth and getting shot records and various things up to
Yes.
date and all that kind of stuff. So, and please don't wait till last minute on that stuff. I know if you were born in New Mexico, it's pretty easy to get a hold of your shot records.
Yes.
They can look it up pretty easy. If you come from another state, they can get them, but it takes a little bit more hoops to jump through to do all that. But if you're born and had your vaccinations and everything here in New Mexico and don't have your shot records, they can usually get them to you pretty easily here.
Right.
Of course, if you're not just starting school, they should already have a start of that, unless you're entering kindergarten here, starting fresh. But
Yes.
they should already kind of have that up to date. And so mostly we're just dealing with the new entry students on shot records and things like that. But if those kids are not vaccinated, they will not be able to go into school. I'm telling you right now.
Right.
That is
not
correct.
a area where we're flexible on. That is a must-have. So please make sure
correct.
that's happening by day one of school here, which is the 4th.
The 4th, really quickly.
Yep.
Yes.
I know. But August 1st here. Come out and have a lot of fun. Bring
Yes.
your family, but it's a lot of, but like I said, if you want to get more involved and volunteer, we're still looking for more people. We definitely need more stylists, hair cutters. If you'd like to donate, we need pizzas, more pizzas. Big thank you to Peter Piper, but we need a little more. So Little Caesars, Domino's, you know who you are. Help us out.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
We can do some more pizzas here.
They've been volunteering at the local school sites. So,
Yes.
volunteering at University High, I'm always needing volunteers. And so, if they would like to volunteer or reach out to me, they can call me on my cell phone.
Very good. Give out your number one more time if you don't mind.
It's 420-8897.
Just ask for Debbie.
Yes.
Don't try to pronounce her last name. You're going to butcher it right.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to get it right one day. I promise.
It takes practice.
It won't be today, but I'll get it right one day.
That's funny.
But, and you know what? If you want to get involved, but you don't know where, just ask. Like, hey, I'd love to volunteer. I don't know where you could use me, but put me somewhere. We can, if it's anything at man in a booth or helping to, even just get people to and fro and helping logistically. All these things are needed, and
Yes.
the more hands, the less work. That's just what it is. And if you'd like to make donations, if you want to help out, non-perishable foods, there's several different places we can get you to donate that stuff that we can use to help distribute at the various places that do that kind of stuff.
Yes.
And just get involved. But yeah, if you are a master with the scissors or the clippers or both, probably both. We want you for August 1st, 2 until about 7:30. Your commitment will be here, and then you're done. So, but if you can come and cut some hair with us, we'd love to appreciate that, and bring a pizza when you come. Maybe that's the thing. We all bring a pizza.
Honestly, we could all do that.
That's funny.
Everyone just bring one pizza. It's like kind of like a cakewalk. You know how they do the cakewalk?
Yes.
A pizza walk.
Yeah.
That's funny.
We could do that here too. But And of course, if anybody has any questions about enrollment or any of that stuff, probably call the main office on that, or obviously the individual school in which your child is going to be registering at. I know they do like the kindergarten roundups and stuff, like usually at the end of the last school year. But I think they will start that up here probably now. Here, I think principals start showing up in schools here.
I believe enrollment starts on the 21st.
Okay.
So secretary should be back and
I think they
ready
go
to
in like
start.
next week or something like that. I think admin, Brian just told me the other day. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but I know you go back the 1st?
30th.
30th. Yeah. And then the kids will be 4 days after that.
Yes.
Good deal.
Yes.
But August 1st at the Roswell Recreation and Aquatic Center from 2 until 7 p.m. Come out to the RASD Fun Open House. What's the official term of it? It's just call it
Back to School.
Back to School Open House event. Come, let the kids get wet. Come in the swim. I mean, there's an aquatic center. You can go swim in and do all the aquatic stuff. And in between, come do some of the informational booths and get some food, prizes, pizza. Hopefully you leave full, looking sharp with your hair.
Yeah.
And a big bag full of supplies.
With daycare
ready.
provided.
Yes. Big thank you to folks that have already signed up to do that. And grab a friend. Bring them out. Yeah. I'm telling you, you can drum up some good business. Bring a stack of business cards with you and hand them out while you're there, too. And you never know. Because I'm sure mom's looking at that haircut and saying, yeah, it's pretty good. I bet you could do my do-up, right? Or dad's like, can you hide this thing right here, this bald spot right here? Not so much here, but right here. And, do all that stuff.
And the city is always really supportive of anything that we're doing, allowing us to have the event at their facility.
Absolutely.
And so our theme for the event and our attendance theme for the year is flying to success one day at a time. So it's air races themed. So
kind of
we're
fits in.
supporting our city's air races and all working together for the same goal.
I know, and we will talk more about that as we get closer to the event, but some of the University High, some of those schools down at that end of town are going to be impacted.
It's going to be interesting. Yes.
More to come on that one.
Yes, for sure.
But there will be some impact on school during that week that are going on. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It will be.
It will be. And come the first. Come bring the family. Come out. Get ready to have fun. Get ready to get lots of information. And please sign up. Go to the seminars talking about security, the internet security for your children.
Yes.
If you do nothing else at this event, make sure you sign up and attend one of those events.
Absolutely.
In Spanish
I'm
or in
wanting to attend one of those events.
Exactly.
I'm a mom and I want to know.
And I don't care how much you think you know, there's probably more you can learn about.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying, even if you think you're the most savviest, I mean, folks, the older you get, the less you know. I'm 50 now, and I used to be with it. I used to know things and knew pop culture, and I know nothing now. I'm a idiot compared to I've turned into my dad, where like back in our day, to like, they stupid Poison band, they're just now I'm that guy. Who is this? What eyelash? What is this kid's name? I don't know.
That's funny. Yeah, some of the grammar they use too in today's generation, I have no idea what they're saying.
Yeah. I know.
Just the words. I'm like, what? What is that?
Right. Like, I can't even get like the root word from that. It's like sometimes you hear a word like, okay, I can kind of get the jive on that without I don't know. Sometimes, that could be good or bad. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it now. So, but anyway, come learn some. At least, all kidding aside, seriously, make sure you attend. Unfortunately, people do things on the internet that most good people couldn't even fathom or create, and for these folks, it's a thing. And unfortunately, your kids are the victims, and they're very good at it. So you, the parent, have to be there with the shield, protecting.
Yes.
So that's what this is about. Arm yourself with the stuff you need to know, so you can avoid your children getting involved or getting wrapped up in these situations. It is so. I mean, put it this way: there's a whole section on Netflix and Hulu of documentaries about creepos that do things like this. That's what we're talking about.
Yes. Yes. Going to protect our kids.
Absolutely. And so come have some fun. Come get some information. Come get some stuff. Come get your children ready for back to school here. So
Yes. Thank you for having us today.
Thank you.
Anytime. Anything else we missed? Anything we want to make sure we covered? I know.
No, I always want to give a shout out to University High because that's my school.
That's your
my
jam.
baby. Yes, and I just want I want the community to know that University High is doing amazing things. It's since we became a community school. We have CTE programs, where students graduate with certificates on top of their high school diploma.
Yeah, some of the brightest are coming right out of that.
Yes,
these are going to be the people that are going to fix your problems. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and these are students that also hold jobs and have families of their own.
Absolutely.
Have their own, responsibilities, that they are really pushing through.
They're going to be the ones
challenges.
that we pass the baton to, so we can all sit on our porch and yell at the people to get off our grass. We're going to be that point. These are going to be the young men and women that are going to be, our mayors, our city councilors, our business owners, our community leaders.
And they are very resilient.
Yep.
And so I just always want to say that, University High is doing great things. We've held our second prom last year. We're doing just a lot of events for families to come out to the school. And
it's more like a traditional high school again. Like you've been growing. You know what I mean?
We want to offer those opportunities to our students, like a traditional high school.
So it keeps growing and keeps going. It's getting bigger, more students, and you know what, families, if you have a student of about to enter high school or in that area, this might be that opportunity. Please talk to your teachers, your guidance counselors.
Yes.
Maybe
we are taking true freshmen.
Yeah, maybe University High is the path for your student.
Yes.
Now, it's you're working. That's what I'm saying. These are kids that are kind of adding to their curriculum, adding to their program. These are kids that sometimes you maybe don't feel challenged enough in the regular school day. This is an opportunity.
And we do offer with our school, it's very flexible so that students that struggle with other issues outside of school, that they get that one-on-one.
Good support system for that.
We have smaller classrooms. Sure. We have a smaller school so that they get a little more attention in addressing those issues. So even students that come in with IEPs, students that come in with special needs,
you can handle.
Yes.
But I would offer that you have to have a student that's motivated.
Absolutely.
This is if you have a motivated student, the sky's the limit at University High, and that's what we're kind of steering for. Is if you have a child that is motivated, that wants to, almost you gotta reel them in a little bit. Like they're like, settle down, you'll grow up fast enough here. Hold on, this is kind of probably a great opportunity for a student that kind of fits that mold a little bit. So
I just wanted to say that. We have an awesome principal, Mrs. Hall. She is amazing. And so anything you guys need in the community at University High, reach out to me.
Yeah, it's great stuff that's going on there, and all the schools, actually. I mean, what's going on in Roswell Goddard's great stuff, too, and all of our middle schools and elementary schools. We got, I will tell you, I know I'm getting a little winded here and all that, but like my wife and I have been married 20 plus years. She's been in the school system 27, going on 28 years here. I remember those early days when she started school. She's been at the same school her entire career.
Oh, wow.
And I remember Brendo Elementary back in those days, and the swamp coolers and the god awful 800 degrees in August and May, and I remember all of that. And almost every school in the district is nothing like that now. Everything's brand new. Everything is state of the art. Everything's the resources and obviously staff and everything are so much better, I would say, in the last 20 years compared, when I saw it back then. And so your children have a great opportunity, whether no matter what school they go to in the RES.
Oh, absolutely.
But that being said, if you're looking to push envelopes and things, University High might be the path for your student.
Yeah.
So good deal. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes.
Good luck. I'm sure you're going to go on the hunt for some more pizzas and haircuts. So what you got?
Thank you.
And anything else we can do, let us know.
Thank you.
Okay?
Really appreciate it
so much.
Anytime. And don't forget, August 1st, 2 to 7 at the Roswell Recreation Aquatic Center. Bring your whole family out. If you have a child in the Roswell Independent School District, there's going to be great benefits for you at that event. So make a point to come at least for some of the time.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Now for your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. Farm to Table's New Mexico Farmer Innovation Program has announced 13 projects in 9 counties throughout New Mexico will receive funding for the 2025 grant cycle of the Urban Agriculture Initiative's micro grants. These grants have been awarded to urban farmers, ranchers, and food enterprises across New Mexico in support of projects which increase or improve healthy food access in urban and tribal communities and small towns. And congratulations going out to Artesia's Braxton Norman, who recently won the American Grappling Federation Kids World Tournament in his 160-pound weight class. Norman competed on June 21st at the USA Grappling Team Trials to earn a spot on Team USA Teen Division. He will now represent the United States at the World Tournament in Greece later this fall. Norman competes in all styles of wrestling and jiu-jitsu. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
The gateway to your summer getaway is Roswell Hyundai during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. With rates as low as 0% for up to 60 months and 0 payments for 90 days on 2025 Hyundai Palisade, Santa Fe, and Santa Fe hybrids. Plus 2.99% for up to 48 months on 2025 Tucsons and 2.99% for up to 48 months on new Elantras. Or lease the all-new Tucson as low as $289 a month or the all-new Elantra as low as $239 a month. Before you get away, head for the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event at Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd. For the first time ever, the National Championship Air Races are touching down in Roswell, New Mexico. From September 10th through the 14th, witness the world's best pilots battle it out in the fastest motorsport on the planet. Vintage warbirds, cutting-edge jets, aerobatics, and family fun, all against the stunning New Mexico sky.
3, 2, 1.
Get your tickets now at airrace.org. Don't miss this high-octane spectacle.
Who doesn't think the dentist is a big deal? I know what you're thinking. What will they find? How much will it hurt? What are my options? Hi, this is Dr. Sarah Usher, and I am here to tell you that here at Carabelli Dental, it is our job to put you at ease. With options like sedation dentistry, you can rest assured that regardless of what dental work you might need, you can get it done while resting comfortably. Call our office now and speak to our knowledgeable staff about setting up your new patient appointment.
Come see the team at Carabelli Dental or call 575-622-4455.
Are your kids riding safely? Did you know 3 out of 4 car seats are used incorrectly? Car seat inspection events happen all around New Mexico, free of charge by the NMDOT Traffic Safety Division. Certified child passenger safety technicians give parents and caregivers personal instruction on installation and use of your car seat. Make sure your kids are safe passengers. Go to safernm.org to find an event near you. Brought to you by this station and the NMBA.
Join Hot New Country 92.9 The Brand and La Pantera 106.1 FM for a special live broadcast this Saturday from 10 to 1 at Roswell Honda. Back to school season is here, and Roswell Honda wants to get you geared up for the back to school giveaway. Join us from 10 to 1 for free hot dogs and ice cold Pepsi, Jolly Jumps, face painting, snow cones, and our friends at Tacos Pita selling their delicious tacos and drinks. Register to win a backpack full of supplies, a basket of school supplies, or a computer, desk, and chair. Drawing at 1 p.m. Must be present to win. See you Saturday at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Your home for Coast to Coast AM in Roswell, 106.5, Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
Demanding an answer to the nagging question, why?
President Trump also wants to know why Brian Kohberger killed 4 University of Idaho students in 2022. Against the wishes of the families, Kohberger was given a plea deal in exchange for a guilty plea, and in doing so, will avoid the death penalty. But the plea deal did not require Kohberger to explain how and why he stabbed the 4 students to death while they slept. President Trump posted on Truth Social that while life imprisonment is tough, it's better than the death penalty, and he hopes the judge makes Kohberger explain why he did it. Kohberger is expected to receive 4 life terms when he's sentenced on Wednesday. Tasha Stevens reporting.
More than 200,000 pages of files relating to the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. have been released by the Trump administration. Those records had been under a court-ordered seal since 1977, but in January, President Trump signed an executive order declassifying the files, along with those relating to President Kennedy and Robert F. Kennedy. One GOP senator fears the president's health could suffer as a result of his constant battles with and attacks by political foes at home and abroad.
Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville told New York talk show host John Catsimatidis on Sunday President Trump's health may be taking a hit from his ongoing battles with bad actors all over the world, but also with what he called the radicals in this country. In his words, every day it's almost like a fistfight. The White House announced last week Mr. Trump has been diagnosed with chronic venous insufficiency. It affects the flow of blood returning from the legs to the heart. Bob Agnew reporting.
Parts of the east getting ready for another intense heat wave as the high heat and humidity enveloping the country's midsection expands eastward as we head toward the weekend. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hi, it's Mike Gallagher. You work hard, you build wisely, your home has become one of your greatest assets. If you're staying put this summer, this might be the perfect time to put
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
For the weekend. The KM Barcelona 5 caught fire around midday Sunday while heading to Manado on its regular half-day journey. Video footage shows people in the water as the boat flames in the background. A Coast Guard ship, 6 rescue vessels, and several inflatable boats were deployed in the rescue operation. Crews pulled many people from the sea and took them to nearby islands. Local fishermen also saved some survivors wearing life jackets as they were drifting into choppy waters. 3 people died from the fire, 2 remain missing. I'm Haya Panjwani.
Russian forces attacked several Ukrainian cities overnight, killing a child, wounding at least 24 people. Meanwhile, another round of peace talks scheduled for tomorrow. News and analysis, townhall.com. Quite a difference between a recommended sentence and the actual punishment imposed in a high-profile case out of Kentucky.
A former Kentucky police officer has been sentenced to nearly 3 years in prison for using excessive force during the deadly Breonna Taylor raid 5 years ago. The Justice Department had recommended no prison time for Brett Hankinson. Hankinson, who fired 10 shots during the raid but did not actually hit anyone, was the only officer on the scene charged in the black woman's death in 2020. He is the first person sentenced to prison in a case that spawned weeks of street protests over police brutality. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
Iran says 27 inmates still at large after an Israeli airstrike last month hit a notorious prison in Tehran. Local media reports that 75 prisoners escaped during the strike. 48 have been recaptured or returned voluntarily. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tres Inviernos
of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Talk FM. Get it out of there. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Talk F. Happy Wednesday. Tuesday.
Is it? It is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
Stop trying to end Kim's vacation early.
I'm savoring every moment.
Out here living her
vacation.
best life.
But I am excited.
For
tomorrow, I get the keys
Ooh.
to go back into the building and start putting my classroom
I think you're
together.
the only teacher that's excited.
Well, no, because it's the calm before the storm.
Exactly.
A classroom is a sacred place, and you have to get the feng shui just right.
Yeah.
No, I'm speaking because having come up with Rhiannon and been so involved in her process, I've seen how the classroom setup makes such a difference. You have to have your settings for like the carpet for like story time. Make sure your Promethean board is where it's supposed to be. It is a process.
Oh, I know.
So I'll give her that.
Trust me, I've helped move those things.
It is amazing to me how most classrooms I've been in, they never seem unpacked. Like I always see boxes of stuff on the side, like, oh, I'm going to get to that as soon as I can. But it's because the teaching process is so involved.
I will tell you, not all teachers operate the same.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I've seen, like, over the years, many moons, like Kim will go in, and Kim's always been that, like, day one.
I like to get stuff done and ready. Yeah. Then my mind is settled.
Yeah, she goes
just helps me.
Yeah, she does that every time. Kind of does her thing.
I work a little different. I'm like, oh my God, I've got 10 minutes.
Well,
and then I snap to it.
There are a bunch of those teachers because I'll know, like, I'll go in and they're, Kim's room's all set up, but then you look at like every classroom like nearby, and if you can kind of look in, and it's usually just a pile of desks and chairs in one corner, and I'm like, they're not. Have they been in yet? They haven't been here.
No.
And then usually like that, the day they have to report, they're doing everything that 2 days or whatever amount of time.
I will say, and this is no takeaway or disrespect to elementary school teachers, but a special level of gratitude needs to be given to those teachers in the mid-school range. By the high school, you've got little adults and they're sort of in their own realms and worlds. But the middle school I've never seen a more downtrodden group of people because, I understand they're dealing with hormonal preteens / teenagers.
I would never touch middle school for me.
It's a nightmare scenario. So to all of those unsung heroes out there teaching and administrating middle schools, I take my hat off to you.
Absolutely.
Hear that, all you middle school kids? You're a nightmare.
They know. No. They know.
They know.
And they know what's crazy about them is they know exactly what to hit on you. Your biggest discomfort about yourself or your biggest self-consciousness thing, they'll harp on that.
They'll pick it up. They're like sniffing dogs. They will sniff you out, and then they know.
They're not pleasant.
They will eat you up and spit you out.
You all sound like your own velociraptor.
I love my daughter so much, but she's a nightmare 70% of the time.
And I get a taste of it with the fifth graders in our building. It's like they totally become different creatures when they get into fifth grade. It's like, who are you? What happened to this kid that was in my second grade class?
Look, since y'all been talking about this, all I can think of is it's like Steve Irwin type documentary. There's one in the wild, a sixth grader. Look at it. Look at the scowl.
You do not show your weakness when you walk into fifth grade classroom.
Don't turn your back on it.
But it's, I'll give you another example. When you're an elementary school teacher and you see your students in the wild, out at the store or, just away from school, it's usually a pretty pleasant experience.
when you run into a middle or high school teacher as a middle or high schooler, you're just like, I need to get out of here. I have to leave this awkwardness because this is the most awkward I've ever felt in my whole life. So there is, I mean, the elementary school teachers, I used to say when I was actually majoring in elementary education, I want to get them while they still have some hope. Mm-hmm. And I know that's pessimistic of an outlook, but, well, you call it like you see it.
They go through reconstruction. Right now, those middle schoolers, it's a construction zone in their brains and bodies. And it's like they totally...
Watch the short film that I prepared.
Now I'm getting Disney vibes with a goofy like doctor telling me they pull down the blue screen.
It's like, there's hair in places there weren't hair before.
Right.
But
it's like
voices change.
I feel like I watched all this on a film strip.
Yeah, probably.
There is hope because eventually they do get out of that.
I mean, it takes them a minute. I will say 8th graders, once they finally start to kind of get into that high school mindset of, okay, well, time is of the essence and I've got to start preparing for real life. That's when they sort of like mature a bit. So it's kind of like you were saying with 5th graders it's getting prepped for that next step. Mm-hmm. It's like high school light. So they finally kind of get it a little bit.
I don't know. All I know is when they're kids, the young like that, I can't handle the accidents. Sorry, code browns, code whatever yellows, whatever's
yes,
going on.
we have a code brown, and I had to teach the custodian what that was. There was a code brown in my room, and I went up to him and said, "We have a code brown." He just kind of looked at me, and I said, "It means this."
Yeah.
Well, I mean, put it together.
So I'm out there.
It's like calling for code 2.
I know high school kids. They just, some of them just ain't happy unless they're making you mad.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I'm out there.
But they're also so just like...
I feel like the middle school kids I can still intimidate enough to...
Yeah, for sure. High schoolers are so concerned about themselves and what's happening, like with them, that they don't really pay attention to others' problems as much. Because they're really just trying to be like, like me, I want to be popular. I want to be one of those kids.
Everyone wants to fit in.
Exactly. But I will...
And then you're going to hit a point in life that, why did I really care about any of this stuff? And then none of it matters anymore.
It is amazing to me. Now, I will say that the kids that were considered the inner circle, the popular kids, many of them, went on to be relatively successful. It is, however, funny when you run into townies that were, that had that high school mindset, because a lot of times I don't want to say peaked in high school, but pretty close.
I know
pretty
exactly
close
what you're saying. Yeah. You're thinking, this was the top tier. I walked in every room was, they cheering their name. Everybody loved them. They could do no wrong. Now you see them 20 years later and they're, not done anything. With
ill-prepared, some would say.
Yeah.
But
let me give you a rundown.
Yes, on that positive note. I think what we're really just trying to say is kids suck.
No.
Not at all.
Between 6th and 8th grade. No.
Right. They're not our target demo. It's okay.
But yeah, no, I would not touch middle school.
And
I couldn't do it.
Moms and dads of middle schoolers,
Bless
you get
y'all.
it. Y'all get it.
Bless
You know
y'all.
what we're talking about.
Bless your
I
heart.
know.
Bless your sweet summer heart.
I have a niece that's in high school and one that's going into 7th grade. So, oh yeah, they fit the.
They're both fine. I've never seen them be really a problem.
I'm not saying that they're
Well, y'all
going
talking
through.
like
They're going through that though. Like Ty,
Well, they're high school kids. They do that.
They all have their moments.
And Cameron's now kind of getting to where she's more independent. They're going through that process.
But
Absolutely.
y'all are talking like their hair comes on fire. Blue flames come out of their eyes. And if you stare directly at them, they'll burn your corneas.
All I said is they're in construction mode.
Yeah,
So, don't turn your back on them.
You don't. You don't want to.
All right, let me give you the rundown.
I will say, if you want to get through it, just know enough SpongeBob references to not seem cool, but to at least seem, in touch.
You'll see the short movie that's out. I think they're attaching it to what's the kids movie that's out right now? It's real big.
Oh, the Smurfs.
Yes, I think they've attached the SpongeBob short.
Did they?
That you watched before that? I think I saw a commercial for a SpongeBob movie. I guess it's a mini movie.
Well, They've done like 3 now, so
Yeah.
it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. Anyway, it's on the MERS thing. Let me give you the rundown here. We're going to get you up to date with the weather here in just a minute. And then joining us from the Chaves County Detention Center, we're going to have Michael Briscoe and Clint McLean and Deanna Candelaria join us. They are looking for more quality team members to be a part of the detention center. So we'll talk about that with them here in just a few. There is also a summer job fair coming up with the county in August on the 18th, and so we'll talk a little bit about that too. So, and get you up to date on other things happening around the county for job stuff. But we'll do that, and then of course we'll have the newses of the local, national, variety, and whatever else we can come up with for this hour of the show. But first, your weather.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment, hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Still a few showers and thunderstorms hanging around today. Most of those will be this afternoon. We will have some sunshine. We have a little bit of that warm and humid air coming in from the monsoon. Mid-90s, scattered showers and thunderstorms overnight, and we're in the upper 60s, and then a slim chance of a shower again on Wednesday afternoon, but pretty much sunny all day. We're looking at low 90s. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 81 degrees, already in the 80s here in Roswell. Humidity's at 49% with winds out of the south at 12 miles per hour. 30% chance at some afternoon showers and thunderstorms. They're talking after 3 p.m. today. Otherwise, mostly sunny, 94 for a high with south winds 5 to 10. Chance of rain bumps up to 50% for tonight, mainly before midnight. Mostly cloudy with an overnight low of 69 degrees. Winds will be out of the south, 5 to 10 miles per hour. They say we should get less than 1/10 of an inch of rain unless we get a thunderstorm rolling through tonight. Mostly sunny for your Wednesday, a high of 93, south winds 5 to 10. Then things warm up thereafter. Sunny, hot, 97 on Thursday. Winds out of the south around 5 miles per hour. We're hitting the 100 mark on Friday, sunny and hot, 100 for a high there. And then weekend, warm as well, sunny and 99 for Saturday, sunny and 97 on Sunday. So enjoy your 93s and 94s today and tomorrow because it will warm up as we get farther in the week here. All right, 9:18, we're going to take a 3-minute commercial break, and then we'll talk with the folks from the Chaves County Detention Center on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
In a medical emergency, every second counts. Artesia General Hospital's emergency department is open 24/7, staffed with highly trained professionals ready to provide life-saving care when you need it most. Don't wait. When minutes matter, trust Artesia General Hospital. Quality emergency care close to home. Learn more at artesiageneral.com.
Hey Roswell, celebrate freedom. Celebrate huge savings with 0 down payment, 0% APR, and 0 payments for 90 days during the 000 sales event at Roswell Ford. Your friends at Roswell Ford make upgrading to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle for less super fun, super fast, and super easy. So if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to free you from your trade, even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Right now, trade and upgrade to a new Ford for less with 0 down, 0% APR, and 0 payments for 90 days. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Our aggressive lenders will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. Celebrate huge American-made savings and more for your trade during the 000 sales event at Roswell Ford. Get on board at Roswell Ford, because we'll do whatever it takes to make a deal. 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. 0 APR for 48 months is $20.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 5,700 current Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success, that's what we're about.
70% of Be Well customers pay less than $100 a month for health insurance. 100% of Be Well customers have less weight on their shoulders and more smiles on their faces. If you think you make too much to qualify for low-cost health insurance, we think you'll be surprised. For free help finding a plan that'll put a smile on your face, visit BeWellNM.com.
Attention Roswell Coyote fans. When you have a history of greatness, the real challenge starts after the finish line. When victory alone isn't enough, raise your bar, keep dreaming, and go beyond the limits that you thought possible. The new 2024 Honda Ridgeline Passport and Pilot, part of the Roswell Honda Rugged Trail Sport lineup. Roswell Honda, proud supporter of all Roswell High School sports.
The octopus and the squid both have 3 hearts. That's why they eat so many Tums. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 22 minutes after 9 o'clock. And joining us in the studio this morning from the Chavez County Detention Center, of course, Warden Michael Briscoe back with us this morning. Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Love having you guys. And of course, also we have Clip McLean and Deanna Candelaria as well. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How's life at the jail this morning? Or have you been yet? Probably haven't. Probably come straight in, or
yeah, it's the same as usual.
Same as usual.
Yeah. No, our day starts a little earlier than most, so we've already been there.
Okay, I didn't know if how your shifts worked. If of course you're the warden, I figure you roll in. Hey, I got some things. I'll be in when I'm in.
No, that's the worst timing to have.
That's true. So, of course, the one thing that we really want to stress right now is the detention center is looking for quality folks to be a part of the team. We're looking for folks to probably serve in multiple roles. I mean, probably as corrections officers, but I'm sure there's other positions at the detention center that also need filling, too.
We currently have openings in security staff as well as our front office staff. And we also have a full-blown medical team that's a contract and a full-blown food service. So we're not looking for just officers. We're looking for all areas.
Medical, food service, administrative, the whole 9 yards.
Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, while we're talking real quick, you don't have to wait till then. You can start applying now. But there will be a summer job fair the county's holding on the 18th for all the the detention center jobs, but every other. So if you want road department or any other departments, they'll have the openings there too. But I know you guys are right away needing folks to sign up and start, getting the training and getting everything involved to take over here. And there's pretty good incentives for jobs at the detention center. Benefits are great. It's when you're working for the county, they take care of you pretty good as far as if you're trying to raise a family.
Right.
Then the benefits and the job security and promotion, it's all pretty good with the county.
Yeah, at this point, we're at a point now where we're looking for quality over quantity.
Sure.
We're at a good place. As far as jails are in New Mexico, we're one of the highest staffed.
Your numbers are pretty good.
Yeah. We've came up a lot in the last 2 years, and we've came a long way in 2 years. So our numbers are really, really good.
And I'm going to take a stab as an outside looking in kind of deal. What that tells me is you're creating a good work environment. Where people, this is something, and Chavez County is notorious for this, where when they do their commission meetings, every couple times a year, they'll do like a longevity thing, and they'll introduce employees that have been with the county for 10, 20, 30 plus years. And so those are always signs that say, hey, if you got people hanging around for 30 years, that's a good place to work. So,
right.
Kind of saying, and like you said earlier, in the world of corrections, globally or nationally at least, those numbers are down, and you guys are not as down as some others are down.
Right, yeah, we're doing good, and our staff retention's actually got a way better. We've been able to retain our staff mainly because we give them better incentives in the way we treat them. I work for my officers; they don't work for me. So when you have that kind of mindset, it actually shows those officers and those staff members that we care about them, and we do.
Absolutely.
They make it happen, not us.
And that trickles down to everybody.
That's right.
Whereas I'm sure are you both COs?
So I'm an administrative lieutenant, so I'm the one that actually helps with all that. I'm the first guy that people see. I'm the first guy that gets in the door and gets people in the door for hiring and recruiting.
Okay.
So just to put it in perspective for you, about 2 years ago, our staff retention type thing was more than 50%. We were losing people left and right. No one wants to be stuck in a jail all day, that type of thing, right? Now we're less than 20. Like, we're able to keep our staff and hold them. So we're doing pretty good.
That's
I only
great.
have about 10 openings right now.
Okay. But for the right people, this is
That's
what
right.
This is what we're looking for. And so Deanna, you're a CO.
Yes.
So just kind of give people your typical day. Like, what's a shift like for you at the detention center?
So I'm actually in classifications.
Okay.
We do all the classifying. We classify all the detainees that come in, depending on their charges and everything. We house them in the appropriate housings, because I mean, we're not gonna just throw the murderers in a medium.
Right. We're
minimum
gonna
unit.
put them in a place where we don't
Yes.
intentionally or unintentionally create issues we don't need to.
Yes. So we make sure that we know all of our detainees, what they're in there for, and everything like that. We also run all the investigations going through there and stuff like that as well.
Well, it's kind of like a city within a city, right? I mean, yes,
That's exactly
I mean,
what it is.
Yeah.
You know, there's the outside world, but people that are in the jail, that's a whole other world there. There's almost another form of government. You know, I mean, it really is a different world, and you guys kind of serve as police officers / peacekeepers / the authority, but at the same time, you're the counselors, you're the judges, you're you're a whole lot of hats.
Yeah, we wear a lot of hats.
As a correctional officer, you are everything from mental health to EMT to best friend to mentor to everything. I mean, you have a portion of it all. And the role she's in is actually in our classification division. And our classification division is actually one of the most important divisions within our facility. And the reason why is because the better job they do, the calmer my dorms are.
Absolutely.
You know, you have a guy comes into jail and has beef with somebody on the streets. Well, it's their job to figure that out. So they have to learn every inmate, everyone his likes, everyone his dislikes, everyone he owes money to. That way, they're not putting him in a pod where he's going to be in danger to himself or to somebody else.
So not to mention that, you kind of get the inside knowledge on what's going on in our community, too, because
that's correct.
What's inside that jail is a microcosm of what's going on in the outside world here.
Right.
So especially if it's gang rivalries or those kind of things, that translates into jail, and that's where you have to come in and say, okay, they're part of this organization or they're part of this we cannot put them in the same area. They got to be somewhere different, or okay, these people are and obviously people that are less violent are probably going to be separated from the more violent folks, and then you got to break it down even more, and I know just through how jails and things operate now, the tools are different, how you do this stuff. I'm going to take a stab, not that I have experience in this, but if you went to jail, say, 25, 30 years ago, it's probably a little different experience today than it would be. I mean, there's going to be similarities, sure, but like how the jail operates, when something happens, how you guys handle it's probably different. Am I right on that?
It's a constant change.
Yeah.
And I mean, in the last 2 years, you go back 10 years, but in the last 2 years, just the security upgrades we've made to that place and the staffing has turned it around. Like really the security upgrades we've done was not even heard of 2 years, 3 years ago. A lot of the stuff we're bringing in is cutting edge, and it's the new and the latest and greatest.
Sure.
And you got to keep doing that with corrections, because if not, you fall back in time. Well, that's just going to lead to more problems for you.
Absolutely.
And our job as a correctional officer is not just to bring them in and lock them up and throw away the key. Our job is actually to put them out better than we got them.
Keep them from coming back.
Our recidivism rate's too high. So within the jail, we are also trying to rehabilitate these individuals by use of programs, AA, NA, Wings for Life. I mean, we're actually going to double our amount of programming this year just to try to get our recidivism rate down, because at the end of the day, we want them to leave better than we got them, because they're going to move in next to us. We're going to be in line next to them at Walmart or wherever we're at. So we want better members of society.
And it's, I'm imagining you guys took a hit on this department when COVID and all that came. When that, obviously that, the world locked down, the jail really locked down.
Yeah.
It's kind of thing.
Yeah, there was no social distancing in jail 6 feet apart. It just wasn't going to happen.
But all that rehabilitative stuff was pretty much locked out.
Yes.
Wings for Life and these organizations they were not allowed in. Now,
that's
5 years later, now we're kind of coming in gangbusters and making up for lost time a little bit here, which is great, because like you're saying, you're seeing the proof in the pudding at the jail. You're
Right.
seeing folks that came in are, getting the things they need to not come back. Whether it's mental health treatment or addiction treatment or life skills treatment, whatever, or a cocktail of all of that, whatever.
And most of the time, it's a cocktail of all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's everything from AA, NA, Jesus to you name it. We're giving them a whole round of stuff to better themselves. you
Sure,
know?
absolutely. So I got to ask you, what drew you to corrections? What made you say this is where I want to be?
So I wanted to step into law enforcement. My original plan was going to like sheriff's or PD
Okay,
or
be a
something
deputy
like
or
that.
something like that. Okay.
And Briscoe came to me and told me to go work for him, and so I did. And now, honestly, I don't know that I'm still thinking about sheriff's or PD.
This is
Like
where
I
you found
like
your
where
home.
I'm at.
That's cool.
Mm.
But I imagine because you kind of get the best of both worlds. I mean, you get to do a lot of the duties that you would as a police officer. But I ain't gonna lie, you ain't getting out of a cop car and chasing a guy through a muddy field, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not doing any of that kind of stuff. You get to, you're in the confines of the jail. They can't only run so far, but you know what I mean.
But on the flip side of that, the rebuttal to that is, we may not have to run through that muddy field, but guess what? We got to live with them.
Exactly.
They deal with them for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
We deal with them for years.
You know their
sometimes.
kids, you know their families, you know who they love, who they hate, who they're hanging out with, and what they're but then again, that's also cool too, because I imagine your civilian life has changed quite a bit because of this.
It has.
My wife is a teacher. She's been a teacher for 27 years. I've been in radio. I can't walk into Walmart without 20 people calling her. They ain't talking to me.
Mm.
I got a feeling you get that a lot. Like folks that you come across and you're like, hey, there's Dan. Hey, how's it going? And you're just like, hey, how you been? I'm going to take you, probably get a few, happy stories. Like, oh, yeah, I've remarried and I've got this and I got a job. And, you probably get to see some of that with your job, don't you?
Mm-hmm. I do.
That's pretty cool.
And a lot of people worry about that, right? Like, oh, I'm going to work in detention. I'm going to run into people that I may see or harm me or this kind of thing. But they're people. We're going to house people. Everyone makes mistakes. They're going to end up in our facility. It's how we treat them. If you treat them like humans, I've run into people all the time. They're like, hey, how are you doing?
They're going to treat you like you're your brother or sister.
Hey, I know him.
Yeah,
type of thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Because they know that you help them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they get it. You help them, and if they're in a better place than they were, you guys had something to do with that, and I think they love it.
And honestly, the way I look at it is, as long as you're firm, fair, and consistent every day, and every day's a new day.
Mm-hmm.
So if something happened today, you don't hold no grudges. You go back in the next day and you do your job.
Yeah.
And as long as you treat everyone with respect, they're all grown men and women, and it's not our job to judge them. It's not our job to be mean to them. It's not our job to do anything other than make sure they're safe and make sure they stay there as ordered by the judge.
Sure.
So I mean, if we don't take nothing personal there, you can't.
And I think even when it does get personal, it does work itself out down the road.
It does.
And someone says, all right, see what you did there, dude? All right, maybe I
They come back and
overreacted.
apologize to you.
Yeah,
all the times,
you work it out like human beings do. That's and that's where your guys, and that's, I don't think what people realize your day-to-day job is like. It's like they all think you're, insert prison movie here, and insert guard and that role. You think that's one minute percentage of the job.
That's
Most
correct.
of it is being like a teacher, a counselor, being the just there tending to needs and checking in on people and finding out about their days and talking to them and kind of thing. And obviously with your role, that's kind of what you spend a lot of time, investigating and just kind of creating the proper, I guess chemical equation there just to make everything flow in that jail.
We're public servants, and our job is to keep the community safe. And the way we're going to keep that community safe is by running a good, tight jail.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's just the way it is.
And I'm going to take a stab too. Is like you were talking about technology and things. I was in leadership Roswell a few years ago, so I got a chance to tour the jail. Wasn't there for
Shame
other
on me
reasons.
if I don't say 2024 was the best class ever.
There you go. I was a little older than that, but I got to see
2020.
That was 2019.
That was 2020.
Okay, so all right.
We are the latest and greatest.
We're all-
2024 is the best class of leadership Roswell.
We're all Rick Craftites.
Yeah, 2020.
Dan, I guess you're next.
Someday.
But But the technology in there, like if you want to go to visit someone there, you're not in the jail. You're really you go to a center, a visitor center, and they got a whole technology system that allows you to do all.
We do not even have that no more. So technology's evolved so much now.
So it's updated
that
since then.
You don't even have to go to that center no more. Now it's all based off of cell phones.
Okay, so they can do it from their house or
the
wherever.
inmates do it from their cell.
Okay,
they don't even have to move. And you do it, and the visitor is at their house or some other location.
Okay. Could they do? I know a lot of court stuff is handled video-wise too. Does that work the same way, where they can do it from their cell?
Sure.
And so you don't even have to transfer them down the hall, or do they have to go to like a room?
Excuse me. For court, we do walk them down the hallway. We have a courtroom inside of our jail.
Okay.
So we walk them down there to a video arraignment or whatever.
Perfect.
There.
Okay. But either way, this eliminates the problem of escapees during transports and
exactly.
Every once in a while you hear about one of those, some van and someone gets away and this is one of the positives from COVID, I think, is because we had to get more virtual with everything.
It forced us for technology
and for corrections and law enforcement and the judicial system. There is some advantages to that, and in terms of safety, as far as the least we have to move these inmates or wherever, I don't know the proper term, the
detainees,
the incarcerated.
Every time we move, every time an inmate has to be transported, a detainee has to be transported, anything, medical, court, whatever, it's a security risk.
Yeah.
So with that technology coming in and us doing courts and everything inside there, then it lowers our security risk.
Absolutely.
It makes it safer for my officers.
Absolutely.
As well as that inmate too.
Yeah, exactly. So this is what I'm trying to say is life as a CO or really any position there at the facility. It's like another 9-to-5 job like anything else in many ways, other than there's a few more bars and security to get in and out and things. But the work life's the same. I'm sure you have two sets of friends. You got your fellow coworker friends, and then you have relationships with the folks that are permanent or longtime residents of the jail here.
So we look at it as we're a family there. Corrections is definitely a dysfunctional family. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's a dysfunctional family.
I can see that.
I look at it.
That makes sense to me.
He's my brother. She's my sister, and I'm gonna have their back no matter what. It's definitely family oriented. And I want to foster that culture because it's going to pull us together tighter.
Absolutely.
And a tighter knit group is going to work more efficiently and more safely.
There is that same mindset like that military and police and EMS. It's that everybody's watching each other six kind of thing.
Right.
And when you work in a job that needs that type, it creates a different kind of bond.
You can't fail on that.
Yeah. Than working at the copy hut or whatever. You know what I mean? It does great, and in turn, y'all turn into family, like you said. When you're not at work, there might be a weekend where everyone's at somebody's house barbecuing, or you know what I mean, or going to whatever, going to the park and have a cookie, whatever. You guys hang out outside of your work day too.
Right. It's definitely not for everybody. Not everyone can do the job.
Sure. You gotta be a very patient person to do this job,
and smart. You gotta be smart, and you gotta be quick on your toes. You gotta be the best tool you got on your tool belt. Like, they may wear vests, they may wear radios, cuffs, spray, everything, but the best tool you have as a correction officer is your mouth to de-escalate situations. When you de-escalate a situation, it's less litigation, it's less injuries, it's less worker comp claim, and it's safer for everyone involved.
And it also strengthens for the next thing.
Exactly.
You're creating that relationship.
And it also teaches that inmate how to actually talk something out rather than use his fist or violence.
Sure. Can I ask you, and I'm not from a female perspective, because I'm going to take a stab that there might be some women that might feel intimidated being in a jail. Share your experiences that way. Do you ever, is that ever kind of factor in your thing, or you're just, one of the guys that do the folks in jail treat you that way? Because I imagine there's people, dudes are dudes. You know what I mean? And I, just your personal experience, because I imagine there's probably a lot of females that are maybe a little apprehensive by that. And I just want you to kind of share your experiences there.
So as a female, whenever I first started, it was intimidating. Me being
let's face it, you're not. You're what? You're a tiny lady.
Yeah.
You're not exactly a linebacker. So you are smaller than than probably the average inmate that's in there.
Yeah, it was intimidating. I mean, walking into a unit with 20, 25 guys in there, and they're all huge guys.
Sure.
And they all just kind of like circle around you. It's pretty intimidating.
Sure.
But the main thing is, like, once you get the respect with these guys, like, you will not have any issues at all.
Yeah, once you kind of, explain that, okay, I may be small, but I know what I'm doing. And, I'm just, once they get that message, then it rolls cool.
And with the guys that have been there that for a while, I mean, I have respect with some guys in there, and there's new guys that come in. If I walk in a unit and a new guy is, like, talking smack and everything, the older guys that have been there have respect with me and everything. They kind of, in a way, like, protect me.
It's kind of that code that's in jail, and the folks that are more, veterans of being time in there, like you said, hey, she's good people, don't be doing that. They look out for you because you've shown them respect in the past, and you've built relationships there, and that matriculates down. I'm very sure that those inmates know better than anybody who's the guards they like, and I'm sure there's always one or two, you know what I mean? But they the proof's in the pudding on that sometimes, and when you see them coming to your defense, it's like, okay, that one's respected.
And to add on to that, not to take anything away from my male officers, but my female officers, I really hold a high standard for them, and the reason why is because if I have a pod going off, I could send her in a unit, and just her mere presence is going to de-escalate that situation. If I send a 6'8", 240-pound yoked up male in there, now they perceive him as a threat. It's a threat.
You're right.
But if I send her in there, it's de-escalation.
Think about it this way: when in terms of heading into the country bar, and you seen the guy's been up at the bar drinking all night, and then the muscled up dude walks in, didn't do a thing, but they look at him like it's some kind of conquest, and that's kind of what you're talking about here. Whereas Deanna or someone comes in, they're like, okay, maybe they're willing to talk rather than swing.
And honestly, I've been in corrections for a long time, for over 25 years, and I've never had a facility. I've never even seen a facility, and I've seen every facility in New Mexico, but I've never had a facility that had such a high rate of female officers. We're running probably
more than 50%.
More than 50% of my staff are female officers.
Excellent.
Which, in the Department of Corrections, we begged to have female officers, and we couldn't get them. Like, I may have 70 on my roster, maybe 3 of them were females. And over here,
the balance is shifting.
Yeah, I have over 50%, which is excellent.
Which, I'm not a scientist, but like you said, things have kind of, never been calmer.
Well, in my experience, just with hiring and getting them on the floor and going, they intense make a better detention officer because they're able to do the things like Briscoe's talking about.
And I'm getting a little philosophical here, but maybe this goes to that point where we talk women's rights, and women always they have a mindset to prove that no, you can't, and so that translates, I think, in this. Does that make sense? What I'm saying here, maybe a little bit that just historically, over the last 30, 40 years, women have come a long way in trying for equality here, and this is kind of proof that they've been building for this fight a lot longer than we have, if that makes sense.
And not only over 50% of our officers are females, but we also have a good little portion of female supervisors that actually are at our jail, and they actually get a lot of respect from everybody.
Sure. And what they say goes kind of thing.
They think, they tend to think a little more calmly and clearly than a yoked up officer,
where their instincts are, go to the fists. Right. The other might be all right.
Well, it's just that inmate mentality, right?
Sure.
I mean, and it's a culture that is breeded in jails and that kind of stuff. He says I have a female officer walk in there, they're not going to give her as much problem as they're going to give me, right? Or trying to attack me or that kind of stuff. They can't do that.
They don't have to.
They're not going to
show their manhood to them per se. Where you walk in, they're like, okay, I got to.
Right. They're not going to back down, type of thing.
That makes sense.
And not only that, they also have their own standards and their own rules. And one of those rules is they're not supposed to be attacking females. So it actually their rule works in our favor.
Sure.
So,
there is a respect code there.
There is.
There's always, and that's, I've watched enough of those jail documentaries to know that's pretty universal in every jail. There's certain things, certain lines you don't cross, certain things you don't do, and if you respect those things, your time in jail is probably going to be all right.
And don't get me wrong, yeah, I may send her in there, but don't think that 20 of her brothers ain't standing outside that door waiting to come
That's
in.
the other
in
thing
case
too.
something
Is
don't happen,
the moment she has any kind of problem, there's like you said,
you're-
50 people ready to handle business.
Yep.
Well, and that's the
because
other
they look at her as that's their little sister. So you ain't gonna put your hands on my little sister.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because like it's that thing. It's that bond, that family.
That's right.
It's no different than like a weird comparison is military folks.
Right.
You know, I was in the Air Force and I got so much crap from Marines and Army about and we give it back too. But the moment somebody that's a non-veteran starts cracking on the Air Force, the Marines are like, "Hey, buddy, stay in your lane, dude."
Well, when people worry about that, right? They worry about, oh, I'm going to get attacked, or I don't want to deal with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Really, when you think about it, it's not like the TV shows or anything. 90% of the time is what I tell people when I hire them. 90% of the time, nothing happens.
Sure.
It's
just a quiet day.
No, I don't say the Q word, but it's a nice day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
don't jinx it.
Yeah.
But,
the 10% of the time, the rest of the time, we train and we prepare and we coach.
it's just and a lot of trying to hire people. A lot of people see these movies and they see these shows and they think that's how it is on the inside, which holds them back from actually applying. And it's really not. It's really not at all. I mean, when you get in there, you realize that all of that TV show is just smoke and mirrors and not real life.
when you get folks that apply locally, is that? I'm just kind of from your perspective, is that a positive or a negative, or does it matter? Because like someone that grew up and is raised here, odds are they're probably going to know some people in there.
Yeah,
where someone that's coming from the outside isn't going to have.
We're a small community, so know them.
I imagine that could go both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it can go both ways, but more than not, you see them there and they don't want to act a fool or act out in a way because they know you.
Sure.
And they hold a level of respect for you on the
Sure.
streets, so they want to.
I remember
that
you in
on.
high school or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
That's
of course,
usually-
they remembered you for
Right.
something else.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But that's right. But so, folks, local, yes, please come and turn an application, find out what this is all about.
We offer great benefits. I've worked for the state for 20 years, and if I'd have known that the county was this good to us 20 years ago, I'd have been at the
sooner.
county. Yep, I really would have. Our commissioners, our county manager, everyone involved, they have our back 110%.
And I know,
and it shows.
And the thing is, nothing's perfect.
Right.
They have problems
Sure.
at the jail just like anything else, but they get addressed.
That's right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, we found a loophole, we found an issue. What do we can do to fix it as soon as humanly possible?
And
what's happened.
And with it evolving, everything evolves. And every time it evolves and we find a new problem, we come up with a solution to fix it. And then I take that to our finance committees, to our commissioners, and say, hey, here's the problem. Here's what I need to fix it. And they have been really, really good to us.
Nice.
Really good to us.
I got a weird, dumb question.
Sure.
So, like, when you guys go on a shift, you're there the whole time. You don't leave or anything,
That's
generally.
correct.
You're there for your, what is it,
It's
8
12
or
and a half
10 or-
hours.
12 and a half hours.
Usually for most people, it's 12 and a half
So I got to
We pay them
ask,
through their lunch.
what happens if you don't bring a lunch? Are you, like, eating inmate food? Or
No,
can
we have a
Can you
full-
DoorDash something? Or how's that work?
Not only can you DoorDash something, but we got a full-blown snack and vending place.
Okay,
too.
for
staff.
employees
Yeah,
and
for
staff.
yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just curious. I was like, man, that's...
You can
like,
get
you
everything
forget-
from a bean burrito to a cappuccino. In there.
Nice. Okay, so you can eat good. All right. I was just
Yeah.
curious. I was like, man, you forget your lunch. You're like, I'm getting the, the jail food.
But the jail food's not bad.
It's not bad, but
It's not.
I wouldn't pay for it. Put it that way. You can eat it.
Yeah.
I think that's Do they still make the commissioners come and eat lunch with you guys every year?
Yeah. So on their tours, they come through and they do a walkthrough of it just to make sure everything's up to standard
Yeah.
for their side
But I
of
know,
it.
like for years there, they'd actually come and eat the food
Yeah.
and everything else. I didn't know if they still did that.
I don't think they ate on this last tour.
Gotcha.
But
make them.
I'll offer it.
Yeah.
I'll have to offer it next time.
Yeah, I get it. Actually, the food's not bad, but
No.
it's just it's
We've
it's not
actually-
built to look like you're not eating it at a restaurant. This ain't IHOP.
Well, and for the inmate food, we actually upped that. When I got there, we were at a 2,800 calorie diet a day, and we upped that to a 3,200 calorie diet a
Okay.
day. So we were able to do that and lower our price. So I mean, it's it's a win-win.
The
right?
magic works here too.
You're
and,
right.
And of course, the other thing is folks don't know they did a major renovation of the facilities a few years ago, and it's one of the best state-of-the-art facilities
right.
for the moment.
And
so technology changes that.
We
but
actually just had 2 dormitories that we remodeled and put in all new ceilings and a bunch of light fixtures and stuff. So, I mean, keeping it up to par is a job in itself, but we're kind of playing catch up.
Sure.
So,
but it's also a delight that you don't have one of the issues that many jails do is overcrowding and some of those things because of these upgrades.
Depends on the day.
It's not as bad as it could be.
That's correct. That's correct. Yeah.
So let me ask, just seeing the time we need to wrap up here. Is it best to maybe go through the city's website to apply or come to come down to the jail? Or what do you
it's governmentjobs.com.
Okay.
Is the website. You're able to apply on there, fill out your application.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm the first person you contact, and our HR department will get me the application. We set up, as soon as I get the application, we're setting up interviews the next day.
Very good.
We'll hire people within a week. It usually takes about a week process. So a week and a half, and we're getting you started.
For any of the just kind of the bare bones requirements to work at the corrections center there, what's the
High school diploma or GED.
Okay.
And a valid New Mexico driver's license.
Gotcha.
When we do the application, those are the first 2 questions we ask.
Assuming they had to pass drug and alcohol
screening and a background check.
That's even after. Yeah, we do a background check and stuff.
I imagine
no DUIs within 3 years.
Sure.
So
And I imagine too, you also look into the mental health side of things because, you guys, you want people that are mentally fit doing this job because you're going in an area that if you're not, it's going to beat on you.
Yeah, our HR department sends them to a physical with the doctor and that kind of thing.
Sure.
And then after hiring, we go through a month of training, OC training.
Oh yeah, they just
16 hour. Yeah,
they don't give you that big ring of keys and
Yeah.
say, "Here you go."
16-hour defensive tactics class where you learn how to defend yourself and that kind of thing. And we're not just going to put you out there. We make sure you're mentored.
Sure,
on doing the
you're
right
never
things.
alone on a
when you start
on a beat or whatever you call it. When you're
And when you're talking about inmate visitation with the visitation center, we actually turned that visitation center into a training center.
Okay.
So that whole building is now nothing but training. So we have defensive tactics on one side, and then we have classroom on the other side of it. So
they get a full got a full facility there that is devoted to nothing but
before they even get
getting
to the
ready
back.
to be a member of the team.
And that's all paid. Your
Nice.
time paid, that kind of stuff. We
Very
get you
good.
paid as soon as you're in the door.
Excellent.
Yeah, you're paid all through all your training. You're paid. I mean, the benefits for the county is just phenomenal.
Oh yeah, you can trust me. People that have been working for the county for 20, 30 years, they have great benefits plans and they got great packages and not to mention too,
in a retirement package. Too.
Retirement packages, but I'm going to take a stab that when you're going to buy your first homes and things like that, there's probably programs for first time buyer CO law corrections. I bet there's some special advantage, kind of like veterans get or law enforcement. I imagine there's, and you can get, take advantage of some of those zero down or, super low interest rates just for being a CO, So there's a lot of perks to the job too. And like you said too, is if you want that job where you feel like you're part of a family that like everyone's looking and let's face it, it's a full-time job. Yes, you're doing your 9 to 5 your shift, whatever at the jail, but at the end of the day, it's a lifestyle. It's a family. It's when you're not at the office, you all are still looking out for each other.
Well, and
still
that's
making
another
sure
quick
everything's
little
good.
add-on for us. I mean, now because we have the staff, we're able to do a better schedule. So my staff only really works 7 days every 2 weeks.
Nice. So they don't have
6
to-
months out of the year is all they're really scheduled.
So less chance of burnout here.
Yeah.
And all the things that can be a problem.
4 days
for too
on,
much.
3 days off, 3 days on, 4 days off. So they
Right.
only work 7 days every 2 weeks.
Yeah, you could take 3 days off in between your 4 and your 3 and have a full-blown vacation just using 3 days of leave.
Nice.
So
Yeah. There is perks here.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Works out pretty nice.
And I'm going to take a stab that your shift goes by quick. Like you get there, and you're doing your rounds, you're getting in your day, you're talking, and next thing you know, it's my shift's up, man. I imagine that
Everything
time flies
moves
in that
quickly.
deal.
Yeah. And we try to pride ourselves on having that real work-life balance type of thing. They say, we're just saying is do your 12 and hit the gate type of thing, So come do your shift, handle what you need to handle, and go home.
Go home and
got to be able to balance both.
Leave it at the office.
Exactly.
So, very good. So if you're interested, please start asking questions. Start the process here, and who knows? 1 year from now, your whole world could be completely different.
That's right.
You're on a path to whatever your dreams are, kind of thing. And then don't forget too, on August 18th at the county office, 1 St. Mary's Place. They are going to have a Chavez County job fair that will include obviously all of the positions at the detention center, but all the other county jobs.
Yeah, road, flood, everything else will be there too.
Clerk's office or wherever there's other openings and things. That'll be 8 to 4. If you have questions about that, you can always call 575-624-6557. Again, 575-624-6557. I'm thinking that's probably HR at the county building.
Yeah, that's Dominguez.
And you'll be able to talk. And then, of course, if you have more questions about any of this stuff, they'll be happy to shoot you over here to Clint and get you taken care of. So, is there anything we missed? Anything you guys wanted to talk about that we just failed to talk about? Everyone say hi to you. She was real excited to come on the radio this morning.
So nervous. She wants to give a shout out to Jared.
A little nervous. She did fine though.
Well, thank you for what you all do, and
thank you.
We appreciate you. Stay safe out out there, over there, and do all that. And let's hope we can bring some more people and make it even better over there. And hopefully I don't have to be one of your customers.
No, yeah. Otherwise, you're going to get the food.
That's right.
But don't worry, you ain't going to have to pay for it.
We'll take care of you.
That's right. I'm not worried about that.
We'll
give
take
a
care
shout
of
out
you.
to Fred?
No.
Okay.
And as a guy on the radio, I've eaten worse.
Yeah.
There's a whole bevy of beverages that are not really for human consumption that I've had at one point or another. Thank you, guys.
All
and
right,
we'll see you again soon. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right, it is 9:57. Let's pause for news, and about that, they're going to kick me off the radio. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Now for your Pecos Valley News Update. I'm Jared Cirillo. Farm to Table's New Mexico Farmer Innovation Program has announced 13 projects in 9 counties throughout New Mexico will receive funding for the 2025 grant cycle of the Urban Agriculture Initiative's micro grants. These grants have been awarded to urban farmers, ranchers, and food enterprises across New Mexico in support of projects which increase or improve healthy food access in urban and tribal communities and small towns. And congratulations going out to Artesia's Braxton Norman, who recently won the American Grappling Federation Kids World Tournament in his 160-pound weight class. Norman competed on June 21st at the USA Grappling Team Trials to earn a spot on Team USA Teen Division. He will now represent the United States at the World Tournament in Greece later this fall. Norman competes in all styles of wrestling and jiu-jitsu. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
We have new declassified emails showing key spies were shocked to learn that the Steele dossier was used in the Russian meddling. In other words, I'll give you a quick summary of it. So you have rank and file people that are in the intelligence community. In other words, career people that are dedicated to their craft, good at their jobs, loyal, that are straight arrows. And then all of a sudden, that information that they determine there was nothing nefarious in terms of any collusion. They write about it repeatedly and extensively, and then it ends up in the hands of the big people, and they start polluting it and destroying it and contaminating it and using it to harm Donald Trump.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Hey, Sean Hannity here, and these are certainly uncertain times with everything happening overseas. We've got to be on high alert here at home. Everyone needs to go to byrna.com.
No static at all. Your new home for talk radio is KEND Roswell.
I'm John Scott. President Trump is hosting Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.
Today, Marcos takes lunch with President Trump at the White House. The two leaders are also negotiating a potential tariffs deal. Trump has threatened to impose 20% tariffs on Filipino goods on August 1st. Philippines Finance Chief Ralph Recto told reporters that Manila is open to offering zero tariffs on some U.S. goods in order to strike a deal.
That's correspondent Jennifer King. Also at townhall.com, you